Autumn, 1990. We met the succubus. Come on down, Kimberly. The seal was her shackle.
I live to serve. And I serve only to satisfy your desires.
The seal was her ruler.
How about returning to your true form? My, you're a demon through and through.
Incredible!
One swing of that tail and I'd be dead.
Draw them in, Kimberly.
Crush their necks, Kimberly!
Return to your seal, Kimberly. Stop! Just wait outside and stay in my sight. Understand? Get off me, Kimberly.
Feed on his love, Kimberly.
He was devoted to his family and faith, but now he's just a walking corpse.
Go to Sao Paulo, Kimberly.
To slaughter like a butcher? Just because you find it amusing? What a ridiculous command. Stop bossing me around!
So what?
You'd rip out your own guts if we ordered you to.
You can defy your orders.
You must obey your master.
You're
a lamb to the slaughter.
Toward the end of 1990, the succubus left for Sao Paulo.
Six. The sole number of every Apeiron leader stands for perfection and harmony. It is as impeccable as a study of geometry and the form of forms. But is this really the truth? At one point or another, suspicion started to grow within me.
Is there eternal happiness for us if we keep pursuing wisdom?
Perhaps not.
Pardon?
Wisdom only shelters one from ignorance, not from pain. Pursuing perfection only allows one's scale to stay in balance, not go beyond it. Maybe I'm not the perfect leader, but I will fulfill my duty as Six.
Did you know? Miss Villa's a mermaid?
Really? My babushka said that they eat humans.
It can't be. Miss Villa doesn't have a fishy tail.
Maybe she made a deal with a witch.
I did. And the price was to be your teacher. Good morning, comrades. I'm glad you're taking an interest in my people. Grab your crayons. To find the truth, you must think and take action.
But Miss Villa looks nothing like the mermaids we know.
Maybe she's from another fairy tale.
Fairy tales can expand our imagination, and so too can reality. Let's use both of them for our mermaid theme today. Good. The Dagan, harbinger of death, the legendary siren princess, and the Rusalka warrior. Each comes from different waters, with different ideas and identities. Most Rusalki choose to live in lakes or under the sea, while I choose this land. to build a utopia where we can live and work together. A dream we all fight for. On this land, humans are Arcanists, and Rusalki are one.
Will there be a fairy tale about Miss Vila in the future?
If so, I hope it won't just be a fairy tale, but history.
Go! Go! Retreat! Damn! Get that airship moving!
So, the target of Manus Vindicte is the airship. But they've only sent a bunch of dummies who can hardly accomplish anything.
Take all the supplies! The flour and everything! Don't forget the coffee beans!
Huh? Stop right there, you brutal criminals! Why don't you listen to the smart guy here? Give up your plan and leave. Okay?
What?
This is a gliding airship powered by Arcanum. To start it up, the whole city's electricity will be cut off for 5 hours.
I don't care what you have to do. Get this thing moving.
All right, at your service. Let the butterfly flap its wings and bring us the hurricane we need.
The airship exploded? What have you done?
It's just another way to activate it. Now say thank you, butterfly.
So, your next research is about fried chicken?
The inspiration came from the explosion. Introducing the breadcrumb spraying dispenser. An invention which will bring the flavor of your food to a significant level.
Is it that nothing would work for this injury? It's barely possible to save his life with any human medical treatments. But I do have a better idea.
How does Tooth Fairy treat you guys?
Don't worry. The whole process will be quick, complete, and painless. Along with the sweetness of plums. Good kid. Just take it.
The so-called arcane therapy is to eat these damn things?
No matter how you campers pretend to be human, it'll not change your crazy, stupid arcane genes in your bones and blood!
I have some drugs for humans. Do you want to try?
Your mother was the Xiangrui, the people's guardian. What she couldn't finish must be accomplished by me. I must try to become the guardian, the Xiangrui. It's raining. Wait! Ouch! Here, don't get wet. Thank you.
You back?
I'm home. You want to be a Xiangrui? Yes. It is the sacred beast guarding the people. I will make the best liquor for everyone. Here's your drink, sir. I will do whatever I can to help.
Enough!
And I will protect everyone's property. 5, 6, 7, 9. No, 5, 6, 7, 8. What is after 8? Huh? But Am I really able to become a xiangrui? Come to think about it, I didn't help much.
Okay. I forgot that I didn't update, so we're waiting for that to happen. Okay. Please. Let me see if I can, there we go. Yeah, I forgot I had to update on my, computer as well. One Way to Hell by 70 Pity. Oh no. Got Marcus instead. Oh, you were going for Vila then, huh? Camera's a little off. Cool. I hear this one's not as, Hey, Mask. What's up? I hear this one's not as long, so we might be able to get through it today, I think. Probably. Haven't done the free 6-star yet or new Critical Wilderness stuff yet. This one update is going to cost 500. No, it's pretty much done. Like, look, it's almost done. I haven't done the anything yet. I'm pretty much capped. I'm pretty sure I'm capped out on energy as well. Like, I haven't touched the game since the update. $24 and the fights are easy. Okay, yeah. 24, that's not bad. I mean, it's not like chapter 7, right? It was like 10 hours worth of stuff. Ugh. 14 seconds. There's no in-game download thing, right? It's just this one, yeah? How did all of your rolls go? Yeah, you got Unjo or no? If you click on wilderness, you'll be stuck in tutorials for a while. Just has okay, so do not touch wilderness. Okay, gotcha. If you enter the story begins, there's gonna be 69 more downloads. God, I hope not. Like, cause I updated on my phone. It's just I forgot my PC needed to do it as well. Don't even touch the wilderness. Yeah. Is it lore stuff, or can I just like skip through that on my own? Like, how important is the wilderness cutscene stuff? Still saving up for repair of my free 6 hours Ezra, which is like, hey, that's nice. So I have won my last 2 50/50s on limited banners, right? Which means we are way overdue for a loss here. So I'm expecting to lose this one. Tutorials and lore. Okay, so it's still somewhat important. I might start that next time then. No, but I have to open up the wilderness. If we have time afterwards, after the main story, we'll do it. How long are the wilderness cutscenes? Are they sizable? Story mini, okay. So it's either do it today or just don't touch wilderness until next stream. Fantastic. Come on. Come on. There we go. Cool. Why does it not auto switch to the source? There we go. There we go. Salutate, welcome in, Ryder. What's up? What's up? 80 megabyte speed. I mean, it should be faster, honestly. Like, we're on, we have fiber here, right? So we should be having, like, fantastic speeds, but no. It's just this. Know that the monsters have lore and one escaped from Wonderland. Oh, that's interesting. I'm working on something about Wonderland, actually. So that would be very nice to know. I've heard people complaining about the new wilderness, though, like the critters and stuff. Apparently it's just kind of tedious. I don't know. I think it looks cool, at least. Alright, we're gonna start with rolls.
Breakfast first, then some shopping in the mall.
Oh, they've changed. This thing is different. Little pile of gift boxes sitting his eyes rest on the small, unassuming box, a collection of poems that she still treasures despite receiving a silver one from the timekeeper every year. Oh, wait, no. Shit. Didn't read the thing. In a quiet home, Melania found a beautiful necklace. She remembered how her father had been secretly working on it for the past few days. As few months, suddenly her birthday was still 2 months and 10 days away. Baby Blue Floor, we all cheered. Okay. So we're gonna do rolls first. This we're saving for later. Because I fully expect to lose my first 50-50, right? Oh my god. Why is there so much? Alright, enough. Critter stuff is cool, but it shows a bunch of new buildings in your wilderness, and they also have to be connected, which is annoying. Oh, I see. So people who, like, build for wilderness stuff don't really like that, I'm assuming. Nice. Okay, so here's the plan. We're gonna roll for Null first. If we get 6 or Windsong or Kakania, we're gonna consider that a win. Then we're gonna do our free 6 star, and then we're gonna do this fucking thing if we have anything left. Free 880 discount at level 10. You should. I don't have Vila though. That's the thing. Yet I don't have Vila yet. Besides our M6 star, there's a free 5-star selector. Yes, I'm probably gonna grab Yenase with that one just because I want to get her to P6 or P5, whatever, whichever is highest. Okay, let's go. All right. Is this orange? No. Blue. Alright. It's fine. That was the free one. It's fine, right? It's yellow. Duncan's the new one, so we're just gonna hope for him.
Where the Arcanists live.
Yenase. I might just finish Yenase here, actually. I don't actually know what my Yenase is at, honestly. Let's go again. Do not the water. That's the Vila Marcus one. I don't plan on doing that. I'm not gonna bother. Fuck. Why do purple rolls exist, man? At least one 5-star, come on. That's yellow. Beast Tenant. DK.
Silence.
Go far with Critter and you will get 170 wilderness. Oh, like points, wilderness points. Do not the thread. I'm considering the thread, honestly. Like, both still have things that I could like use, right? So the thread I don't think is a terrible deal. But the yearning of the water one, that one is Not too enthused about that one. Please, for the love of God, just give me my dude. Oh, there's Duncan. Hell yeah. I don't even know what this guy does, honestly. Mr. Duncan, where you at? He's right there. We just got him. Look at that. Oh, it's the YouTube delay. Right. How far are we in? Is that 170? 50 pulls so far? Jesus. DK. There's the dude. What does Duncan do?
I am the necrologist.
I am.
Baby blue. Oops. Pity is at 90, right? Is that orange? I think that's orange. Alright. Please. Oh, thank God. That's my third 50-50 in a row. That's crazy. I didn't know she actually sings in her thing. That sounds so nice. Okay. I was fully expecting to lose this one. That's crazy, man. What's the skip key? Sorry, what do you mean the skip key?
I hope you're not afraid of her.
Conjuro. Okay, well.
The party was very successful.
Okay, fantastic. I was honestly not expecting to get her on my first go. I was fully expecting to have to go through another 90 pulls or so. Where is she? Lady, where are you? There you are. Let's go. 5-star luck low-key cracked, yeah. If only the 5 stars were usable. Well, I mean, they're usable, they're just not amazing, right? Hey, hang on, let me check something real quick. So, for Invitation to the Water, who's in thread 1? Okay. I have 3 characters here, so as long as I don't... Fuck it. Alright, if we don't pull 6 from our free pull, we're absolutely playing on thread. I don't care. I don't fucking care. I don't give a shit. This it? This one. Right? We're shooting for 6. We're shooting for 6. For the love of God, please. Don't fuck me like this. Give me my guy, come on. It's a Lilia. It's a fucking Lilia. You know what? Fine. Whatever. It's wild. Alright. You know what? You can't win them all. Let me check what my NSA is at right now. RIP. Yeah, RIP indeed. That's quite sad. Alright, I guess we're getting NSA because I do want her at P5. Wrong one.
You might consider leaving your girl.
Unless, do I not have... No, I have all of them, so I'm just gonna do that. Oh wait, technically I don't have Satsuki yet. Do I just get Satsuki? I think I get Satsuki, right? Yeah, I get Satsuki. I don't know how I haven't pulled this girl yet. What the heck? Why is her text... Oh, right, they do their own language in the text as well, huh? They don't even translate it. Because whenever Lilia speaks, it's in Russian. I don't know what this is. We'll do this later. Alright, well, I said we do it. We're doing it. We are praying for thread 2. It's 40 pity on this thing, right?
Are you a brave speaker?
Corn is done. Tenant's done. Sweetheart's done, I think, actually. Guess we're going to pity. Sweetheart. I'm not a lot of Desert Final. I really wish Desert Final had her her buff from the thing. what do you call it? The mains. It's such a fun buff to play around with. It's inconsistent. I'm pretty sure Jusuke's intro lines are in English, but subs are in are in Chinese, but subs are in English. Really? 5-star luck, high key, correct. This is just straight. Okay, we just went to pity. That's fine. I don't care. That's alright. It increases with every one pull. Oh, is it? No. Yeah. So we just do one pulls then. I didn't get that many 5s. Really? 5 stars are what, 10%? Is this? What color was that? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, not important.
Hello, I'm Lisa.
Again. Nope.
Hello.
These godforsaken twins. Nope. Beta. Nope.
Hi, I'm here.
Alien 2. God. Here we go. I think that's orange, yeah? Which thread are you? Yes. Okay, there we go. Easy fucking game. Easiest game in the goddamn world. We got him. We got him, boys. About goddamn time. This man has dodged me three times.
Meant to turn around, just like fate is bound to happen.
Let's go.
In many cases.
Oops. Didn't mean to skip that. That's fine. You want to get righted? What?
How many miles must I go till I see you again?
I didn't know she like actually sings in her things. That's kind of cool. So how does this jukebox work? There's like a regular jukebox as well, right? Yeah, there is. I'm definitely picking this one up. I like the skin. It's so nice. Not right now though. You know what? You know what? I don't even... You know what? No. Nala's not sitting up front. It's 6. There we go. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Don't click on wilderness. Let's level Nala a bit, then we'll get started.
You said it yourself. This is my room.
I think I farmed for a good amount of her materials. It's 2 battle passes. The second one gives the free costumes all within. I see.
This burning thirst, yearning for another taste of that sweet, flowing.
I don't even know what she does, honestly. I like when they were talking about her kit on the stream, I was completely just zoning out. Insight 2, easy peasy. Fantastic.
I remember those nights when fireworks lit up the night, and people danced under a rain of petals until the breaking dawn.
How does one restrain himself to yeah. Lobotomize the devil. Alright.
The alternation of day and night maintains balance of the
Yeah, no, he's staying on my front page. Nala can wait. Alright, we're doing it. Let's do it. I actually haven't seen this trailer in like full screen yet. I've been watching it on like other people's streams when they were watching the live stream.
Kill her. Follow your instincts. Follow my orders. Obey.
Your check out video and Ninja did a better job of explaining. Okay, I need to take a look at that then.
I said no.
What?
I think she has attached to another character and she gets her Moxie, so she has like 10 Moxie and can dual ultimate. Oh. Use the survey stage of the Anjo. Oh, that's a good idea, actually. I think I'll do that first. Even though trying to run Nala. Actually, story is generally easy, right? I can actually just run Nala here.
Brotherhood will become their followers, undertake their trials, and embrace their grace.
Sophia, when are you gonna become playable? Come on, man.
We will be immortal.
We'll be immortal.
What reason could you have to kill your own men?
They mutinied and killed their superior officer.
I mean, fair.
Brotherhood may have infiltrated our base.
The Apostles' Brotherhood?
A notorious gang from the streets of São Paulo.
Oh, so is Lopera already part of Xeno, or is she like a native of Brazil?
Sao Paulo. There isn't anything for me there. No dances, no feasts, nothing. In this city,
Arcanists and humans live side by side. Both are equally passionate, albeit touchy. Violence is far from a means to an end here. It's a tool.
Right, I saw Bismarck. I remember that. I don't know why she's here. I have my thoughts, though. Play the story to find out. Yeah. Yeah.
Wait! My apologies. It seems I've killed the wrong people.
Damn. Hi, everyone over this room. Hey, welcome, welcome. Tristes, Tropiques. Alright. Whiterun gets a thing as well? That's crazy. What the heck? Oh, no. This is the... I actually don't know what this is. There's also a Bejeweled mode, right? Something like that? Something like that. Alright, doesn't matter. Let's do this. Enter. Unshakable justice. Facing the firing squad, you must hold on to your dignity, even as a traitor. Tropiques.
Cowards! Mutineers! Traitors!
Oh, we start off with the execution, alright.
Now you'll learn the consequences. Zeno never forgives. Attention! Ready! Aim! Fire!
That's a hell of a way to introduce a character, just immediate firing squad. What the hell? So she starts out as Xeno. Okay. That makes sense. Xeno base.
A shame you had to see all that.
Look at this man. When's he playable? This is the character I'm saving up for. You know what? She's dedicated. You can't say she isn't.
Our second Lieutenant Lopera is a crack shot. I trained her to be nothing less. Yet no soldier of Xeno would take pride in an
Bro, this guy looks so cool. Why is he not playable? Come on. This is how government dogs be looking like. Somehow they topped Isolde's introduction chapter 6. I mean, yeah, no, they very much topped it. That is a hell of a way to show us one of our playables.
This was my fault. My negligence.
Oh, keep reading Melanauto. The soldiers collapse, their limp bodies falling among the weeds. Their blood stains the soil.
She hunted down these traitors herself.
Man, Lopera is something else.
The rest of you, form up.
You know, I was not expecting her personality to be like this, right? That's wild. The soldiers leave in formation amid the clearing smoke as the medics arrive to examine the deceased one by one. Let's see here. When I saw her, I was a bit confused if she was a ghost or awakened, but they always post information on Twitter and I found out what she is. Sorry, who? Are we talking about? No, it's from 7-star looking ass character. Just crazy Igor. Exactly, Igor. Igor needs to be playable. This man is cool as hell. Lopera hands the rifle to the attendant, removes her gloves, and turns to face Admiral Igor. He stands in the shaded colonnade away from the blazing sun of Sao Paulo.
Orders completed, Admiral.
A rare smile flashes across the Admiral's face. Man, I want to roll for Lopera, but there's no fucking way. He nods, a glimmer of approval for his adopted daughter in his eyes.
Well done. Dismissed.
Well done. Lopera salutes before following the soldiers away from the execution grounds. Whiterun. Oh, she's awakened, yeah?
Too many accidents. An unacceptable rate.
The Admiral's face shows discomfort. The recent soldier desertions, like the leaked footage, have exposed the embarrassing state of the Xeno army. Why? Why is everyone all fucked up?
Could you have to kill your own men?
Not our men. Not any longer. They mutinied and killed their superior officer.
Yeah, Xeno don't play around. Why did it auto?
So they got what they deserved then.
Lieutenant Muldir is investigating still. We will find out who else was involved. The Apostles' Brotherhood is back. We suspect they may have even infiltrated our base.
I'm assuming the Apostles' Brotherhood is just Manus, right?
Indicating Manus Vindicta's presence in San Paulo.
Yeah, she is waking up, yeah.
Manus Vindictae? I'm not entirely surprised. Intelligence suggests they are closely associated with the Apostles' Brotherhood.
Associated? So not necessarily the same?
What I hadn't expected is that they would drop their Order of Enlightenment guys so soon.
Oh, wait.
Cain is dead.
Are these splinter factions of Manus? Or are they actually just Manus?
Nothing could survive a vacuum bomb.
It was the Admiral's personal order to annihilate that once formidable woman. Destruction rained from the sky, and once the dust settled, it was clear that she had been utterly obliterated. The sun glistens in the pooling blood of the executed traitors. Sweat gathers on her forehead. She's in a full-on suit in the tropics.
Become used to the tropical sun in San Paulo.
It's like Xeno and Foundation, possibly. That seems to be the case. Not necessarily one cohesive thing, but like smaller things.
I've been through a lot worse. Snowy mountains, deserts, and soaring eagles.
I do find myself thinking back to those times. It should never have been a battleground. Our business here is concluded. Timekeeper, Lieutenant Lilia, let us continue inside.
Do you really need me in there, Capitan? Otherwise, I'd like to hang out here for a bit.
She gulps down some sweet liquor, but provides little succor. It lacks the frosty flavor of the north. This drink is lethargic, but it's all the base has to offer. In Sao Paulo, soda's cheap, but rum is cheaper and in near endless supply.
I'll check on Sotheby. See you both later.
Oh, Sotheby's with us now. Why did we bring Sotheby here? Holy.
Soda. But I caution you.
They're like Rock City.
Abundant here. Remember our rules and keep to within the guarded areas.
Do we have Rock City lore? Like besides just the dudes in the mintage? Igor's office. Simple office. Military papers litter the walls and shelves, and a phone sits on the side table. A few dice are scattered casually on the desk.
There may be a person of interest to us nearby. A writer for the Atom magazine. Said to be a blind woman.
There she is. There's Erd.
Her works seem to be published after every era the storm has affected.
I have my theories on Erd.
It could be this is only an alias. A pen name used by a new person each time. Or
could she really have crossed the storm 8 times? And somehow the storm has never affected her. Miss Barbara provided us with some information. She said the latest piece was sent from a veteran's residence in Sao Paulo.
Sao Paulo.
I understand they have a doctor working there. A blind woman.
Blind woman, yeah.
She would match our intelligence on this mysterious Atom writer. You should seek her out. You are fortunate to have come now, Timekeeper. Carlos, the late commander here, was something of a pain to work with. An idiot.
An idiot.
Maybe this is why his own men rose up and killed him.
I feel like the desertions are something larger. He turns away. It seems like a big point.
We've already dispensed with most of them.
Those men you just had executed?
Yes. La Pera raided one of their locations. Manus Vindicti will not be so happy to hear that, I think.
Why though? Why are they defecting to Manus?
A loose cannon. But I'm pleased with her results.
He seems to hold Lopera in high regard. Cold, ruthless, decisive. Qualities that don't quite match her sweet face and fiery orange hair. Yeah, no shit, man.
Admiral, with you in charge here now, I thought I might ask a favor.
Both the criminal organizations, Rock City, showed the names of the 3 leaders. Oh, okay. She needs to familiarize herself with the local area, transportation, and intelligence.
Things may become quite complicated during our visit to Sao Paulo. I wonder if I might request Zeno spare some manpower to assist us.
Our situation is more dire than expected. I will see what can be done, Timekeeper, but no promises.
The 17 towers and 22 courtyards of the base were once all fully patrolled, but now most of them are abandoned.
Lieutenant Muldir will provision you with everything you need.
Lieutenant Muldir.
And Lopera, she knows Sao Paulo well. You may take her with you as a guide.
The Admiral has offered all the assistance he can spare. He sighs at the state of the base.
Now, Timekeeper, there is also something you might do for me.
He seems resigned. Zeno is just like this dilapidated base, a weakened shadow of its former self.
As long as it's within my power, Admiral.
I see that you have one of ours with you, Lieutenant Lilia. I ask that she serve us for the duration of your mission here. She's a fine instructor, and Xena is in need of help training our latest recruits.
I feel like Lilia would be a terrible
I'll
teacher.
speak with her and see what she thinks.
Thank you. I should return to my work. Your comrades should be waiting for you in the meeting room with Lieutenant Muldir.
Muldir. Okay. So for some reason the Xeno soldiers are defecting. Paths of... I don't know what that is. Try the fragments to top kernel, collect them again. Access to monologues, more story. Oh, okay, so it's like story stuff. I never thought it was a disgrace. On the contrary, it was the most honorable task Xeno ever gave me. Man, she is devoted. This must be that bad at Xeno if Lilia would be a good option. Yeah. Actually, like, she's a good soldier. Ain't no way she's teaching anyone, though. Not happening. A new photo of an old friend. In the reflection of the pooling rainwater, she sees an old friend. Who could it be? Under the shadow of the colonnade, the orange-headed girl absent-mindedly kicks at the ground, sipping a cold drink. She watches as the beetle scurries across the courtyard, disappearing into a patch of weeds.
What are you doing out here alone?
Who is this? She dips under the shadow of the colonnade, the sun streaming in behind her. The orange-headed girl raises her hand to block the glaring sunlight as she tries to make out the woman's face. Molly. It's her sister, Muldir. Oh, they grew up together under the watchful eye of their adoptive father. She tosses her drink aside, her face lighting up like a puppy wagging its tail as she runs towards her sister. At ease, soldier.
Soldier.
Oh.
You've really been building some strength, haven't you?
She pats her sister's head as she hugs her tightly.
And you are sprouting up like a weed.
And you? Looks like they've been feeding you well.
Returning the favor, she slips her hand under her sister's shirt and pinches her soft belly.
Better. Stop it.
Just a little prank.
How long will you be staying this time?
Not long. Father plans to leave soon. He was furious when he heard about the defections. He ordered that he be brought here immediately.
As the Admiral's most trusted lieutenant and child, she has accompanied him to the Sao Paulo base.
Perhaps you might leave with us when the new CO arrives.
She seems hesitant. Only the Admiral decides who stays and who goes, whether it be her, Lopera, or anyone else.
But I don't know. Things are going well for me here, Molly. I enjoy being near the veterans' residence.
And I'm happy for you. The wisdom of elders is worth its weight in gold.
Oh, come on. You sound just like him. Speaking of him, didn't the old man come with you?
This is kind of intense music for such a, like, low-key scene. He looks around, but Admiral Igor is nowhere to be seen.
He's still with the timekeeper in his office.
Ah, so you snuck out just to see
So
me?
I'm gonna assume this one dies. The sister.
You did.
Right? Because that's just how it goes. If there's a sister, she dies.
No. I came to weed. The grounds have gotten so messy since the shutdown.
Weeding, a ridiculous excuse. Who would bother to traipse through all these desolate courtyards just to pull a few plants?
You're lying. Those ears of yours are scarlet red.
Feels more like festive and not intense song. Yeah, but I mean, it's really like high energy, and they're just supposed to be having a nice conversation.
We should get to the meeting room.
This has always been one of her difficulties. Her face may be steely, but her glowing red ears always give away the truth.
Before they realize I've slipped away.
All right, but while we go, let me tell you about the prisoner we captured during our raid. And a strange little sheep in a bottle.
Oh, White Rum's already here, huh? Amid the grass, a hummingbird watches the two as they walk away, talking and laughing together. It turns its gaze towards the tower in the south of the base. A very high energy soundtrack, you know? The room is simple, sturdy, and clean, a military room through and through. Sotheby and Lily are wildly looking around the reception room. Photographs of veterans are probably hung on the wall. They are arranged in chronological order. They have a cheerful song they play in.
1968.
We're still in the 90s, right? The soldiers look grim. They avert their eyes from the camera, a hollow look within them. It was a victory without flowers or honor.
I've never heard of it. I wonder if they have any Abang Akas there.
Bang Ackles. In one photograph, soldiers stand in formation under a row of date palms. They gaze off into the glimmering coastline.
1986. Rio de Janeiro.
Rio. I feel like this was mentioned in Chapter 0. Evening appear night. Who's your bet on which one will be dying? Well, here you go. Okay. Definitely the sister. Almost certainly the sister is dying. I have zero doubt in there. Igor might live, probably. He'll die eventually, not in this chapter though, is my guess. Trying to distract us from the fact that Angel's writing is utterly ass with how they try to turn her around. They definitely went about it in a clumsy way. I don't think 2 pages was enough to really give her that, that turnaround. But I mean, I guess they just rushed it. Honestly, I would have preferred if she just stayed kind of psycho, Rio de Janeiro. Among the soldiers, she spots a face that is all too familiar.
Mr. Carson?
What? Wait, what? Mr. Carson. She jumps up, trying to get a hold of the wooden frame. Mr. Carson disappeared in the storm of 1929.
Oh, you have friends in Rio?
I don't think it's ever enough. I think it's possible, right? I think it's that there's, if you give it enough work and time, you can turn a character around. Just, they didn't. They didn't give enough time. They did a good job making me loathe the devil, yeah. Lilia takes the photo off the wall. Which one is?
That simply must be Mr. Carson.
She would never mistake him. He looks livelier than before. His hair is darker and wilder, but his features are unmistakably those of her dear butler. I think you're all trying to ask for too much. I'd rather take Anjo's wedding over Schneider's any time of the week. See, the thing is, Schneider has served a purpose, right? Her role was to be the one that died. So for that, like, yeah, she's not a fully realized character, but I mean, she served her purpose, right? He looks livelier than before. Okay.
The storm. I saw him. He dissolved.
Mr. Carson? What? You mean this old geezer in the photo?
Lilia, please. She's grieving. Sotheby nods her head fervently.
Why, this must be Mr. Carson. There's no two men in the world that could look so alike. Could it be a doppelganger? Or an evil twin? But then, surely, Mr. Carson would have mentioned a twin brother. Even an evil one. Nose. And his eyes. Though he's not wearing his glasses. But I know those wrinkles.
Sotheby continues to talk to herself. The man in the photo looks just like Mr. Carson, save for the smile on his face. The stern old butler would never smile like that.
I must be mistaken. But he's so very like the Carson I remember.
Like a potion in a bottle, 1,001 questions bubble up in her mind. She almost presses her nose against the dusty glass of the picture frame as she tries to make out every detail.
Maybe then, Mr. Carson could still be...
Ain't no way. The dust has gotten into her nose. And she sneezes. I think what made Snyder sort of awkward was just that they tried to make you attached to her when canonically we only knew her for like 20... Yeah, I mean, that's part of it. Right, but I mean, what are you gonna do? It's supposed to be the hook. It's supposed to get you attached to the game. Mulder had the Hoffman color palette. Yeah, no, she's dying. Mulder's dying. Ain't no way. I also didn't complete it. I just realized who's gonna die, and I bet it's Mulder. Yeah, Mulder looks very killable. That is correct. I think she's going to die. Admiral Igor strides into the room.
Where is Lieutenant Mulder?
Where's Lieutenant Mulder? He looks around. Mulder was supposed to be welcoming their new guests.
Sir, timekeeper.
Lilia immediately straightens up, saluting the Admiral.
Miss Burton, come and look.
Miss Burton? Sotheby waves at her, the photograph clutched in her hand.
Mr. Carson could still be alive.
Still alive. The Mr. Carson who vanished before their eyes in the storm of 1929.
I guess Sotheby saw someone familiar in one of these veterans' photos. You know this Carson guy?
Carson was 29, man. Like 1929, man. Like even if, and he was old in 1929. If the time is like actually sticking to its thing, like the original timeline, like he'd be dead regardless.
Look!
Something I found out is that Heinrich asked Carl how his son is, and he says he doesn't have a son. Really? I have to look back on that. Are you going to cover this entire chapter today? I'm hoping to be able to. I should be able to, I think. It should maybe take 4 hours or so. Are you not playing CN version? I am not playing CN version, no. I don't even know how to get onto CN, honestly. But even then, I don't want to have to bother with like translations and stuff. Sounds like a pain. How could it be? Mr. Carson was erased by the storm of 1929.
He does bear a striking resemblance to Mr. Carson, if my memory serves
Top 10 moments where characters just coping hard. Yet here he is, in a photo dated 1986. The Admiral strides over and examines the photo.
Oh. 86. We lost many good soldiers to the Amazon that year. But some battled through, survived. This man is one of the latter. You're saying that you've met this man before?
He looks remarkably similar to a friend of ours who we lost in the storm in 1929. In fact, Admiral, they appear to be nearly identical. It's almost unthinkable.
Identical is stretch, I think, because I mean, people are saying it's what's his face, Duncan, but ain't no way. They don't look the same at all.
Like that, but I'm certain this is him.
Just looking at him brings back memories of her dear old butler.
That is...
Like, this fucking guy looks closer to Carson than Duncan does.
Do you know if this man is still alive?
I couldn't say. Doubtful he would be in our service anymore.
68, 90s, that's like 30 years.
Veterans residence in São Paulo.
That's residence. Sao Paulo, the veterans' residence. Like items washed to the shore, secrets and answers gather there, waiting for the birds to carry them away.
Oi, pessoal!
Thank you for your patience.
Yep. The two of them are met with a cold look from the Admiral. My brothers in Christ, Igor's not dying anytime soon. Man's probably gonna outlive everyone. Look at that fit. Yeah, you never know. You never know. Sir. See, the thing is, Igor strikes me as a sort of like a zealot, right? Like someone who is wildly attached to the cause, which makes me think at some point he's gonna give his life for it. That's just the vibe I get. It's probably not going to be this chapter, though. If someone's dying in this chapter, it's Moldir. You're right, Moldir remind me of Hot Minutes and Irony. His same coat, same color palette, yep.
About time. What was it? Did you stop for a picnic?
Compare the pictures, they look similar. I'll need to take a look. Moldir was supposed to be taking care of Miss Sotheby. It seems she has abandoned her duties. You're not gonna play on breezy mode? I think I can clear, probably.
Yes, sir.
I can't imagine the early story stuff is difficult, right?
I ran into her on our way here. It's been a while since we last saw each other.
As her father glares at her, she quickly realizes that her attempt to cover for her sister is only making things worse.
Your performance on the training ground earlier was most impressive, Miss Lepera.
Keep in mind, this is her talking about Lepera shooting people. She breaks the awkward silence.
Allow me to introduce my team. This is Miss Sotheby.
Like, oh yeah, very big fan of your work. Jesus, Verdon. Sotheby smiles and curtsies.
And this is Lieutenant Lilia.
She gives a brief salute.
How's it going?
It's for clear drop 80. Clear drop.
HQ.
Clear drop. 80 clear drop stage is massive. Sorry, what? You get points or extra clear drops for doing breezy? What? How's it going? I was previously assigned to HQ.
It seems your assignment here has done little for your discipline, Lopera.
The Admiral stands with his hands behind his back. He examines his undisciplined daughter, a grim look on his face.
You have new orders.
You're really good at executing people of very pleased. Exactly, right? That's essentially what she's saying here. Lopera nods, but Lilia still has questions. Casual player, not a beggar. Man's not too weak to play on Breezy. Hey, if Breezy gives material or clear drops, I'll play it. Shit. What are we explaining during this mission?
Sorry, Lilia. I haven't had the chance to speak with you privately. The Admiral asked if you could stay on site to help with training their new recruits. What do you think? You can do as you wish.
Uh-oh.
Training up some new blood, eh? Well, as long as you think you can handle things without me, I can stick around to lend a hand. It will be just like the good old days back at the academy.
This girl cannot teach people. I do not believe it. She knows that this isn't a request, but an order.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
He nods and smiles and thanks. His smile fades as he turns to his youngest daughter.
As for you, Lopera, Please show our guests to their rooms. And try not to overexert yourself.
You're being a little snarky. Orders have been given to everyone present.
Lieutenant Lilia, stay for a moment.
Play story difficulty and you get a reward for both breezy and story. Oh, okay. So I don't have to play through breezy. When you come to story mode, you also get the clear. Also in breezy, so you don't. Okay. Alright, gotcha.
Lieutenant Moldier will bring some documents shortly. They should prove useful for your assignment.
I could clear, but breezy would help with clearing one. That's good. Actually, that's a very good point. Yeah. We're not trying to spend too much time on battles. That's a very good point. Moldier briefly out of the animal's sight, shrugs helplessly as her orders start to pile up. Lilia gives her a knowing smile. It's always like this. It's just part of the job. Some stuff here. Let's see. Okay, documents.
Now.
Check out the story later. If Angel's writing turns to be early ass, I'm gonna remember you. Oh no. You'll excuse me. He turns and leaves, his imposing figure soon disappearing from sight. Olopera exhales a long breath, snaps her fingers, and smiles as she heads towards the door. She turns to her guests.
Come on, let's go. I'll show you around. But stay close. This space can be a bit of a labyrinth. It's only missing a bloodthirsty minotaur lurking its halls. Well, I haven't seen him yet anyways.
She is surprisingly chipper. Like her, like a devotee of Xeno, I would have expected her to be more of a hard ass or something.
The base here has been understaffed for some time. Whole sections are deserted. It can be dangerous. We don't usually allow guests to move about freely. Well, who am I kidding? We don't have any guests in the first place. Who'd come here for a visit? Scenic views of dead gardens and overgrown brush? In the spring, we have vine-tripping competitions. And in the summer, you can be part of our complimentary bug buffet. Even the farmers back home had it better than these.
She leads the way, chewing on a piece of wolf's tail grass.
Before Xeno moved in, this was the fort of some Lisbon aristocrat.
Lisbon. The shadows of the old continent are everywhere here, the ghost of the 18th century still clinging to every mark on the marble columns.
There's only one place fully off limits here. That tower.
Tower. She points to a tower in the distance. Styled after Andalusian architecture, it stands ominously under the scorching sun, looming over the base with an eerie intensity.
What's in there?
Must be the Minotaur's lair.
Oh, Sotheby.
Secret lab for super soldiers.
Sotheby's imagination is running wild again.
Imbued with the strength of an ox, the wits of a man, and the wings and fiery breath of a dragon.
Senora, this is a Xeno base, not some chimera's nest. Besides, if there were any monsters in there, I would have heard them by now. Were those the Admiral's exact words? That nobody is allowed inside the tower? Yeah, that was what he said. Under no circumstances is anyone to be allowed inside.
Okay, we're going in there then, huh? A quick peek around wouldn't exactly violate the letter of that order.
Miss Vertin, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Is there treasure inside the tower?
Let me say this again. There are no monsters in that tower, and I am under orders to escort you directly to your rooms.
Oh, she's going to business mode. She blinks. Clearly, curiosity isn't only in the hearts of these new guests.
But if we were to say walk a bit too close and accidentally provoke some nearby creatures...
She wants to fight. Mischievous critters often wander into the courtyards, and these ones have appeared just in time. She's ready to do everything. Habits up and down as well as each other, as long as I remember as a build-up story. I mean, oh, so it's like more of a setup sort of thing. It seems trouble has found us. Don't do it, Sotheby. I think Lopera might actually kill you. Might? No, she's absolutely gonna kill you. We just saw her execute a bunch of dudes, alright? If Igor gives the order, you're dead. It's done.
Charging, loading.
Listen.
The music's fun.
Eliminate target.
Yeah, we're doing Breezy, I think. Because that would have been a kill instantly on Breezy. Actually, no, we don't need to do that. What? Why am I discarding an incantation? Oh, it's a debuff. Okay. It doesn't matter. They turned the critters woke.
Target confirmed.
They're just very festive. They're just very festive, that's all. I'm curious as to why they made the rainbow though. Like if there's more like cultural significance to it. I imagine that'd be the reason, right?
Thankfully, they were easy to handle.
Thanks, Sotheby.
We can't let them run off. Who knows what damage they could do?
She looks way too happy saying that. The pair chases after the fleeing critters, who just so happen to be heading in the direction of the tower. It is nothing more than a coincidence. The half-hour-long game of tag finally comes to an end.
Now where could they have gone?
Where could they have gone? What is in the tower? She searches for the colorful critters, a serious look on her face. In her concentration, she bumps into a wooden door flanked by lemon trees.
It may well be possible they fled into the tower.
We're not even gonna try and hide it, we're just going straight in there, aren't we? The door stands at the base of the tower.
Is this the entrance?
Timekeeper!
Timekeeper. Clearly, this door is not supposed to be opened.
Mi viejo, the Admiral. He won't be happy with this.
You brought us here, what do you mean? The bright critters, everything is woke nowadays. Those are not the colors of football fans paint. Oh, is that what it is? The football? I mean, maybe? I don't know what the Brazilian flag is yellow, black, and green, so that doesn't match either. I have no idea. I have no idea. The sight of it is tantalizing, just a touch, and it will swing open, revealing all the mysteries within.
Why? Is there something hidden inside?
I mean, apparently. Claw marks line the wall, and blood stains the door. Rabbit blood, bull blood, unblessed lamb blood. Unblessed lamb blood, that's odd. I'm thinking ritual then? The wind stirs the lemon trees, filling the air with the scent of bay and myrtle.
There's an arcane array on the door.
I think it might be a football thing. I see. There is an arcane array on the door.
Is it to stop us from entering? Or to keep what's inside from coming out?
The arcane array looks ancient. It is weakened with time. She traces the markings with her fingertips. The blood flakes off, breaking a small gap in the array. You've gone and fucked it up. What are you doing?
Idea. We're soldiers. We follow orders, no questions. As mi viejo would say. With all the flooding.
How can you tell the lamb blood is unblessed? Yeah, I mean, that's a good point.
Wanted to keep safe and dry in there.
Ain't no way. You got a seal on this thing you told not to go in there. That door is not just supplies. Lopera. Oldir rushes from behind, putting an end to their little accidental adventure.
You get lost on your way to the guest room, Sparrow. You know better than to be here. Your ship will be leaving early tomorrow morning. Please return to your rooms and get some rest.
They might be their magic aura if it's blessed.
This is a military
That's
base,
true, because
not an
Burton can
amusement
see the
park.
magic
Please,
stuff,
do not
right?
wander about,
That's her whole
especially
thing.
near the
Like the only thing she does.
My apologies, Lieutenant. Perhaps you could point us in the right direction.
She steals one more look at the tower as they leave. The fruits on the lemon tree are plump and juicy. The old beast blood array appears dark in the sunlight. The wooden door creaks open a little, allowing an insect to fly in through the gap it's opened.
Seal. It's gone.
Why is Kimberly... What? Inside the tower, the sole prisoner has been quietly listening to their conversation. There's a ship leaving tomorrow morning. That's her voice actor, right? This is Kimberly. Why is she in the tower? As the footsteps trail off, she gently pushes the door. The seal is indeed gone. She's free. Was she sealed at the end of her character trailer? Is that what happened? Why is she with Zeno now? Riptide. Then your life is handed over to the river and your forces struggle against the current. The journey always starts with a farewell.
Here, put this on, Pera. It will allow me to track you should anything happen.
She fastens a small button to her sister's collar. This button connects the two of them tightly. With this, they'll always be able to find each other, no matter where they are. They kiss on both cheeks.
You'll remember to bring father a souvenir this time, yes? And promise me you will be careful. I do not wish for our Pera to buy the farm just yet.
Don't worry about me, Molly. Worry about them. I'll kill them all if I have to. Every last one.
Why? She makes sure to emphasize the totality of her determination.
All right. Enough blabbering. Do you two always share these little heart-to-hearts whenever you leave? I got nothing to say except bye. Or is the tortoise suddenly not so worried about its speed?
The ship signals its imminent departure.
Do we have everything?
Naturally. Miss Sotheby is always ready to travel.
The ship is boarding now. After it departs, I will spend some time gathering intel on Mr. Duncan.
Mr. Duncan.
Thank you.
I'll kill them all. Actual Lopera. Yeah, she's is very enthusiastic about her job.
We should be able to find them in the flesh.
Like, I would not have expected that from this face. Duncan and I will be
And I'll
back.
introduce you to another friend. She lives in a bottle.
White rum.
I'd be delighted to meet your friends. We should be going now. Lilia, I've told Admiral Eagle that he can rely on you for further assistance as necessary. Is that all right with you?
Yeah, I'll do whatever needs doing. Счастливого пути!
Have a good trip. Towards office. Having seen off their gas, Lieutenant Mulder returns to the Admiral's office to report an incident from the previous night.
Admiral, a prisoner has gone missing from the tower.
She lowers her head as she awkwardly delivers her report.
We'll make sure it's kept under wraps. The seal was broken, and we are still investigating who might have been involved. I did encounter the timekeeper, Miss Sotheby and Lopera, near the tower yesterday. Still, I see no reason to suspect them.
They were the only people she saw near the tower yesterday.
The timekeeper doesn't have any incentive, and Lopera... No, she wouldn't be involved.
Until last night, the tower held a single unlucky prisoner, a lamb to the slaughter, a stalk of wheat in autumn, but now she has gotten away.
Find the prisoner, but don't attempt recapture. Let's see who she's been in touch with.
Understood.
Lieutenant, this was a failure that must not be repeated.
He grits his teeth as he stares at the map before him. Xeno shouldn't be like this. Aboard the Alligator. Ship departs, and before long a dozen rowboats have surrounded it.
Oh, look at those strange cowboys. What's they doing with those hooks? Are they trying to hitch a ride?
Let me get my jacket, but it's getting kind of cold. Okay. Trying to hitch a ride.
Yes, they will use those hooks to grab onto the side of the ship and moor their boats to ours.
Just as she said, the boats throw their hooks, latch onto the ship, and a number of people clamber aboard. The traders hawking homemade trinkets. Lopera politely declines them all.
Take this, timekeeper.
It's a map.
What's this? Just a map, in case we get separated.
The map is marked with at least 3 safe routes.
These will show you the way from the harbor to the veterans' residence. Though, it can't show you the safest way. For that, you'll need me. But what am I saying? San Paulo is perfectly safe. That's what the politicians say anyways. Never mind the talk of gangs, cartels, and greedy multinational corporations. Pure slander.
Thank you for the warning, and the map. Let's hope I won't find any occasion to use it.
I hope so too. Well, we have a long cruise ahead. I'll leave you to your business. At the mice.
Nice. She waves goodbye, making her way through the energetic traders into the other side of the deck. The traders scamper around like little mice. Having made their sales, they're now scrambling to get a plate of food from the chef.
So the kitchen even prepares food for them?
No line cutting. You boy, back to your place. Queue up, or there will be no dinner for you tonight.
The chef taps his metal spoon, sending the boy back to his place in the queue. The boy sneakily grabs a few flatbreads, tucks them under his shirt, and scurries away. Oh. He bumps into Sotheby, crashing to the floor along with his stolen goods.
Hey, out of my way!
Oh, we're beating up children again, let's go. He stuffs the bread under his shirt again before running off. As he passes, Sotheby notices a glint of an arcane skill in his eyes. He runs like a child enchanted by the Rattenfanger as he bolts towards a corner of the cabin.
Miss Vertin, did you notice that boy? Wasn't he awfully strange?
You're right. Come on, let's go see what he's up to.
The woman hides in the shadows. Her face is familiar, but she wears an entirely new outfit. Is it really her? The lady at Tuesday's motel? Okay. Yep, hello. The bread-stealing child is gone. What the fuck, man? Instead, Miss Kimberly is curled up in the corner, stuffing bread into her mouth with both hands. Yes, this is our demon woman. She stops and looks up, surprise in her eyes.
Oh, Burton! How? What are you doing here? I was about to ask you the very same question.
What the hell, man? This is the one who killed Holic. This face killed Holic. The farewell at Tuesday's motel last month wasn't exactly pleasant. But she looks starved now.
Is this a new friend, Burton? A pleasure to meet you.
Sotheby approaches, but Kimberly looks terrified. She freezes, a sticky lump of Jesus. A sticky lump of dough dropping from the corner of her mouth. There we go.
Please, take this.
She offers her a chocolate bar. After a moment's hesitation, Kimberly swallows, grabs the bar, and shoves it into her mouth.
Oh, thank you.
I can just imagine her just shoveling food down her mouth. She licks her fingers clean like a ravenous child.
Have you found what you lost since we last met?
Her face falls. It appears not.
Perhaps I could help.
Thank you, but I would prefer to do this on my own. I was the one who lost it, and I will be the one to get it back.
I'm assuming she's talking about her little robot. She's unwilling to cooperate, but there's no hostility. A strange and contradictory figure, an arcanist who seems to be on the verge of reformation.
This ship is headed to Sao Paulo.
Her personality is based on the person who owns her. You know what? That makes a lot more sense, actually. Because, like, the first time we meet her, she's under the control of that one drum-headed dude who can only talk about killing, so, hey.
Sao Paulo? I don't...
It's the ship's only destination. Where else could she go?
There isn't anything for me there. Only a bit of misery and pain. There's no more dancing, no feasts or banquets, no...
Her eyes dart away. There's nothing there.
No. I would rather we simply part ways here, Miss Burton. Farewell and pleasant journeys. I'm indebted to you for your kindness. Ah, and your friend here. Aren't you just a sweetheart? Oh,
That's a concerning blush. We just fed her and now she wants to eat our friend. He reaches out and pinches Sotheby's cheeks.
Oh, madam, please, this simply isn't proper or ladylike.
Kimberly smiles as if she has shed the baggage of their previous encounter and disappears into the crowd. There's an old legend told in the desert peninsula. Encountering a demon is always a sign of bad things to come. She's just a cutie patootie. Please stay away from Sotheby. Yeah. I think that's like the first time I've seen someone actually fluster Sotheby. Like, normally she just kind of Sotheby, right? But now she's actually like, what the hell's going on? Wait. There we go. I caught that little... Under the dazzling chandelier, they indulge in toast, dance, and self-congratulations, whispering lip to ear in high spirits. At the end of the red-carpeted stairs, the object of their discussions finally arrives, lifting her skirt and offering a slightly apologetic smile. Matahari, Matahari, my darling. The rich and powerful are reduced to bumbling fools with only a coy smile. People gather and cheer, fervently chanting their hostess's name, circling at her feet, offering gold, offering jewels, offering their loyal hearts. Opening the hostess is her sister, like a shadow at her side. Whispers of this one echo through the depths of the mansion. Little girl who grew up in her sister's shadow rules this mansion-sized kingdom, a child accustomed to tearing apart hot roast chicken with her hands, wiping grease from her mouth with her dress and banging her tail on the chandelier as if it were a wind chime. She roams the back garden, seated on a pony, laughing uncontrollably on its back as the scent of blood from the servant's thorn-pierced legs fills the air. Gentlemen love her innocent malice, clapping to please her all the while. That is, until a bullet pierces her sister's head. Fate reclaims all it has given. Just as a man was banished from paradise, and so commences the prelude to wandering in exile. Merchants and drunken paupers covet her treasures. A farmer's wife exchanges a basket of cream cakes and eggs for her jewels. A child trades a wild flower for her hairpin. Finally, her dress is covered in dust, and the ornaments on her neck and wrist are all gone, like Inanna's encounter with the queen of the underworld. That's Mesopotamia. More malicious people end up wounded by her claws. Hunters love the scent of blood swarming in for their bounty. So she hides in the forest, hides in the meadows, hides in the barns. Milk and meat run across the pasture, grain fills the warehouse. She searches everywhere but cannot find food of her own. When did all this change, sister? Why are my clothes always dusty? Why haven't the mansion's servants come to find me? As her claws soak in the blood of a young rabbit that's jumped out of its burrow, she feels an intense hunger for the first time in her life. Is she just hungry? Is that her entire thing? Oops. Just constantly starving. Waterway to hell. The river's both home and life. The river gives, the river takes. Matahari is a real person, some even depict her as yes, she is a she was Dutch though in her real world thing, right? Hey, she's a high class lady. It's not cute, she's elegant. That is true. The wind blows through Lopera's hair. The tourists gather at the ship's edge, watching the locals in the small boats approach the cruise ship.
A few treats to buy their worship, and they call it kindness. How undignified, to be reduced to begging for scraps like a dog.
The children on the boat wave their hands and shout in an attempt to attract the tourists' attention. The crew and onboard priests have packed supplies for the tourists to buy and throw to the impoverished children, all part of the tour experience.
Dignity doesn't count for much in the face of hunger.
I mean, fair, yeah. The stranger nods, though he doesn't seem to completely agree.
Yet no man can live by bread alone.
So, he's definitely not, a bad guy, right? Certainly not.
Yet none can live without it.
You're a clever girl, Senora. But I hear from your accent you are no local. So what brings you to San Paulo? Business, ne? I have some business myself in the favelas.
I like his voice actor. There's something interesting about his voice.
Colombia, senor. And no, only a visit to the San Paulo Veterans Residence. It's a safe place.
Most sus design. That's yeah. No, he's clear. No. You're overthinking it. Ain't no way. No, of course not. Right?
Oh, is it now? Thank you.
Like this, he just likes blue. He just likes blue, man. Don't worry about it. It's his favorite color. Lopera idly tosses a small die up in the air and catches it in her hand again. The stranger's eyes follow the die as it traces its path.
Care for a game of dice, señorita?
What's the bet?
He glances at the black suitcase by the stranger's feet.
Well, let us bet against the goodness in one another.
Anjo's from the Netherlands. Oh, okay.
Let us say that the loser will cover the cost of all the food given to all the little vendedores today.
Bam.
And the winner's name, of course.
A generous gamble for a conscience that knocks on heaven's door.
That's no small wager, senor. Still, I appreciate the good game.
The stranger smiles as he watches Lopera drop the die on the table and shake it in the wooden cup.
High-low then. Who goes first?
Ladies first.
Low.
Ladies first.
Let's make it more interesting. 6. If it rolls anything else, you win.
Okay, so just a heads up, whenever someone says shit like this, you're going to lose. She shakes the cup again, the die unevenly tumbling around inside. Oh, never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about, apparently. The fuck is this guy on, man? Who makes a bet like that? Like, you expect him to be cheating. What? This guy's... What was that bet, dog?
I know the name which is to be sung in paradise today.
But if you do meet someone who makes that bet with you in real life, they were probably fucking with you. Like, ain't no way. You are getting hustled. Lopera of Sao Paulo. The defeated stranger picks up the die. He notices something in its design and cracks a smile. He places it in Lopera's hand.
That's an interesting die you have there.
It was only lucky.
Why is everyone screaming?
Do as I say.
Ow.
All of you.
Yay.
Look, Vertin. There are some more river cowboys over there.
I'm afraid they seem more like river pirates. Stay back, Sotheby.
I'll never gamble in real life, only in gacha. Fair enough, man.
What do you want?
Where's the
Money, dog.
We're changing destinations. The ship will be docking in the favela now.
Jesus.
Or we'll blow it all to bits.
He flicks a lighter and lights the fuse of an explosive. He's panicked. Clearly, he's afraid of something.
Get out of the way.
Oh, here we go. Guns out. She's got the itchiest trigger finger I've ever seen, my lord. Lopera has already drawn her guns, but the crowd is panicking. She can't get a clear shot. Just start shooting. It doesn't even matter. Just start shooting.
There are oil drums.
You know you want to. Lopera notices the oil drum stacked behind the crowd. A single mistake could turn the whole ship into tomorrow's headline in the Sao Paulo papers. She holsters her guns and charges forward with her bare fists. Let's beat up some dudes. I do like the music. Anyways, I started, yeah, Frank Reynolds, hell yeah. Or Lopera really putting the soldier in child soldier. Yeah, and she seems to like it. I don't understand. It's okay, that'll get me my thing. And then we can just do this, get rid of that. What is giving me the debuff? Is it when they shoot me? Child soldiers in reverse? Never. I mean, yeah, Lopera isn't... See, Lopera isn't exactly an outlier, she's just the most enthusiastic one we've gotten so far. I get the feeling like she'd just be a child soldier for the hell of it. Even if she didn't have to. It's a new battle gimmick for Chapter 8. Oh, so is it just like passive in all the battles? Kind of annoying, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of annoying.
Loading, charging, eliminate target.
Now, to preserve this memory in our dreams.
It'll be a better song at the end. I kind of like this one, honestly. It's really upbeat. There should be a pop-up to explain it, I see. I might have missed that. Lopera grapples with a thug before wrestling him to the ground and punching him repeatedly in the nose. Mike, he's already down. This girl, man. I like her quite a lot. She tears the explosives off the pirate's body, but in that brief moment, the thug manages to pull one of her guns from its holster. The fight halts, the thug's trembling hand pointing the gun at Lopera. The oil drums are just a few steps away.
Either we go to the favela or to the bottom of the river. Claro? Make your call.
The favela? Are you with the Apostles' Brotherhood?
Fucking hell.
They forced you into doing this, didn't they? Hijack the ship and bring it to us. Is that right? Too bad for you. This ship won't be making any unplanned detours today.
The pirate's eyes widen as he freezes in place, only his legs trembling. Lopera hit the mark, but the thug's reaction is extreme. His finger tightens on the trigger as his teeth chatter nervously.
Estúpidos! Get down!
Oh boy. Casualties. The bullet flies past her shoulder, instead piercing an oil drum behind her.
Blazebusters?
Blazebusters. A blinding flash of light and a wave of heat hit them as the ship is quickly engulfed in flames. The ship lurches violently as the blast tears through the vessel and water starts flooding into the hull.
Oh my god!
Lifeboats!
Fuck, man.
Get to the lifeboats now!
God help us! This is hell!
Panic breaks out as the ship Panic breaks out as the ship starts to split in half. More explosions follow. There's no sign of Miss Kimberly in the crowd.
Hold the railings! Stay on the deck!
Lopera shouts from the water as she clings to a piece of floating wood. She gasps for air as she bobs up and down in the water. Chairs, benches, and sailing gear disappear as the ship sinks further and further into the depths of the river. Sotheby clutches the guardrail tightly, but the ship is almost vertical and sinking fast.
Let go, Sotheby! You need to jump now! Join Lopera!
Screams fill the air as the tourists cling on for dear life, watching their friends and family hurtle towards the river. Like overripe oranges, one by one, they lose their grip and plunge into the depths. Flames lick the guardrails, melting the ship's cheap materials, the explosions ring in her ears. You know, I wasn't expecting this much collateral damage, like, what, 5 chapters in? That's crazy. Sotheby closes her eyes and flings herself towards Lopera. Luckily for her, Lopera quickly grabs her hand and pulls her onto the wooden plank. Man, we just killed people. Look at that.
Somebody, please get her!
She is still on the ship. Pacing of this chapter was a little bit off. They went from like gambling to just immediately we're gonna explode some dudes. But only that is technically, I mean, that is a valid narrative technique, right? The sudden shift. I believe they call it the bomb under the table. But man, they really went for it. Whose hand is that? I don't know. The claws don't really tell me anything.
Have you dined here?
Why?
Why do we keep meeting in these awkward situations?
Is it just because we gave her some chocolate? It is because we just gave her chocolate. That's crazy. Oh, that's one for the quota. Vehicular accident. That's we've hit our quota for this chapter. Some people end up in prison simply because of the wrong friends. Unfortunately for her, she didn't have much of a choice in the matter. Prisoner name, Miss Kimberly. Detention process. During the raid on the Apostles' Brotherhood stronghold, the subject was found alone, gnawing on a turkey leg, and was apprehended by Lieutenant Lopera's team. After interrogation, it was confirmed that the subject was indeed a follower of Manus Medicte, but she knew even less than a typical follower. Not participated in the local rebellion and was not involved in General Carlos's assassination. Therefore, unlike other deserters, she will not be executed but held in custody, awaiting Admiral Igor's decision. Just leave her be for now.
So, things went sideways.
Oh, new
That's what
narrator.
happens when you put guns in the hands of amateurs.
Doesn't sound like our old dude, though.
But you handled the water better this time.
Less gravelly.
Controlled your breathing, kept your airways clear, and this time, you remembered to lie back and float.
So I guess it's a new narrator for every, like, mini arc, right?
Does it matter? I'm all you've got. We're at war.
New narrator, yeah.
Wounds festering, typhoid, cholera, and all the worst of it. It's a living hell, and only fools think there's
This guy isn't quite as eager to start insulting us, though, it
to
seems.
see a familiar face again. Not in times like these. Now I need you to listen. There's something you should know. The raid on the river was a ploy, and its mastermind is an old acquaintance. As for the ones who carried it out, you already heard about them this morning.
Should make a theory about who these narrators are, what their purposes are, but maybe it's too early for that. Here's the thing. I already made one back when the lady was introduced. I'm assuming it's probably,
With their supplies secured by
I don't know, I think it's a facet of Burton's own psyche, but they seem to know things that she doesn't.
taking out anyone they decided were their enemies.
Pretty sure I did a video on the... Yeah, I did. It's an old one, though, but...
Swelled in numbers. Larger
I don't know.
than any local gang or cult had ever gotten before.
Lepera really be turning the chapter into an action movie? She is, yeah. Like, she could have just followed orders, but no. We had to blow the boat up.
Red-bellied piranhas. Always hungry. Ready to tear apart anything that
But I guess that makes sense for her, doesn't it? Like, rather than giving the Manus an asset, she'd rather blow everything up because, you know, ultimately it's the better option, right? Even if all the civilians die.
They're doing fine.
They're gonna get reversed anyway, so who gives a fuck?
Would have been nice if you caught what that little executioner and that gold-hearted gambler were talking about during their dice game. Guess you'll have to ask her later.
Why don't you tell me instead?
Listen, I'm not here to run your errands or play your messenger boy, so ask
I
nicely.
mean, this guy's at least more reasonable than the last guy, but he's still a little bit of a smartass.
For now.
Tender Pretender. While the stage shows the character in the script, it never truly reveals the person behind the role.
The Brotherhood just took a beating from Zeno. If they're caught up with their own trouble, then we might have a golden opportunity to turn the people against them.
Who's this now?
Can't lose anyone else to their lies.
The old man next to him casts his fishing line. The bobber floats quietly on the river's surface. Across the river, a water anaconda eyes the two men beneath the shadow of a snakewood tree.
What do you say? Want to talk about plans?
The old man doesn't speak. Instead, he removes his sunglasses and pushes a cup towards his friend.
Here,
Drink.
Hey, there he is. There's the boy. This does not look like Carson. What do you mean, man? Like, ain't no way.
Thanks. Listen, as much as I enjoy being out here all day, we've got to take action now. The sooner the better. Don't you think?
I have a theory that they're clones like Burton. The female narrator said the old version of you will see the young version. That's possible. I mean, they definitely have something to do with Burton specifically, right? Because we're the only ones hearing this voice. Like, I don't think it's her internal mind, because they seem to know things that she doesn't. The young man takes the glass and downs it in one gulp, as his friend suggested. And they seem to be, like, extant people within the world, right? So, like, clearly they exist, at least to some degree.
Let me explain. Say I throw a punch at you now. Really hit you good. What next?
You cry.
Maybe you'll storm off at first. Then you round up your cousins. Maybe grab that Tommy gun you borrowed from Colonel Tiago.
Were people making theories on Duncan looking at Carson? Well, it's not even that. I mean, Sotheby thought that she looked like Carson, and Burton even said they looked pretty much identical. I'm not seeing it, though. Like, maybe if I grab a picture of Carson and put them side by side, but I don't know. I don't really see it.
Then you find me, all alone, and say, "You're done, you old fart!"
Yeah. Every time Burton nearly drowns, she gets a new voice inside her head. It could just be brain damage, who knows? Honestly, at that point, just lack of oxygen. The old man laughs, mimicking shooting with his hands.
I'm not gonna harm you, kid. And if
Look for a
ever I
picture
do,
of him and compare. Okay, let's do this.
that old Duncan
Let's
must
do
have
this.
his reasons, and he'd never harm a friend intentionally.
We're gonna take a slight detour here. Which is Mr. Carson. There we go. Close enough. Let's just minimize this. Okay. So this is Carson. Right? Can I move this? Like, I'm really not seeing it. Actually, hang on. The eyebrows, yes. And then the chin shape, yeah. I guess. I mean, yeah, obviously he's a lot older here, but if we just kind of... Maybe. I'm not 100% convinced, but maybe.
What is all that supposed to mean?
I'm rambling.
The forehead and the nose. That's what I'm thinking, yeah. Like there are definitely similarities. It's just the age. The age is throwing me off, I think. Grandma did first appear after a Gorgon attacked Regulus. Yeah. Like, maybe it's just whenever she's about to drown. Or maybe Verton actually just dies in these situations, and then something like a new consciousness overtakes her or something. I don't know. And even the cheeks. Yeah. It's just a younger Carson, I guess? Shit. And try not to Lopera hit him hard, and we both know the brothers will let him score. They won't wait long, but if we don't play so smart, we'll only cause them okay.
Still, we do have to consider one thing. Those who chose to follow them never come back.
No. They don't.
Gotta edit the Carson's hair to Duncan later. Yeah, probably gonna mess with it, Photoshop a little bit and see.
So, let's seize the day. Grab opportunity by the horns, and maybe we stop losing more of our friends to those bastards. Right now, it seems to me that Zeno is our best bet.
The young man considers this proposition.
That just might work, old man. With the Brotherhood falling apart, Xeno will start to look pretty good to folks here.
There's a theory that Duncan is supposed to be Mr. Carson, but in another timeline because of the storm theory of changing timelines. See, I'm not convinced that we're changing timelines. Like, originally I assumed we were just resetting to a point in time, but clearly things are getting messed up in the timeline itself, so I don't know. I don't really know.
Ah, but not so fast, kid. We need a little patience. Let the line out a little first. If you fail to prepare, you're prepared to fail.
The bobber twitches.
Got it! Excellent!
Maybe he's Carson's kid. The old man jumps to his feet, reeling his fishing rod and fighting the unseen enemy in the water.
Don't think you can get away from me!
The fishing line plunges down into the river, the rod bending into a crescent.
You like to wrestle, huh? Alright, let's see who gets the upper hand! Old Duncan is not about to lose a battle to a fish!
It's a giant hot puff fish, larger than he's seen before. Do
you see the size of its belly? It's huge!
It's huge. What looks like a large green cake is floating inside its translucent belly.
What a deal! Catch one, get one free. How generous, Mother River. All right, jokes aside, Galeno. Come on, help me get her out.
Whatever. Old Duncan pulls out a knife and slices open the fish's belly. His catch bursts like a balloon, releasing air, water, and the girl.
This has got to be the strangest thing you've ever fished out from the river.
What? Oh. He's 61 years old. Yeah, but I mean, like, Carson was already an old man by the 1930s, right? Like, he easily could have had, like, a 30-year-old child by that point. Another castaway floats downstream, and then we're now in the 90s, right? Like, not even 30 years, like, yeah. We're in the 90s now. Duncan. Across the river, the water anaconda locks onto its target, slipping into the water and swimming towards her.
Duncan, look! She's got an anaconda chasing after her!
Oh, is he gonna fight a snake? Let's go. I've seen this movie. The water anaconda zigzags towards its prey.
I saw it. Don't you worry.
Old Duncan sets the soak girl down before lifting a blowpipe and aiming at the snake. Whoosh. Dunkin' Donuts. Duncan. The dart strikes, quickly draining the anaconda of its strength. It sinks to the riverbed like a coil of old rope.
Come this way, we'll get you. Here, take it.
I mean, we've already seen the alternative version of Tuesday, which is, that's true. We have seen Tuesday. Bonnet, that's her name. I couldn't remember what it was. Yeah, there was Bonnet, and then I think there was one other person I can't recall. Oh, Paulina, right. He grabs a nearby vine and throws it into the water. Lopera grabs it and pulls herself towards the shore. Snakes on water are scary, yeah. I mean, you're in the water, you're already fucking helpless, right? And then you have this fuck-ass snake coming after you. She clambers onto the shore, shakes the water from her hair, and sits leaning back on her hands, breathing heavily.
But what are you doing all the way out here?
I was wondering the same thing about you, girl. Seems like a strange place for a swim. I suppose you wouldn't know anything about the girl we just fished out over there.
I was in something's stomach. He points to the little girl who rolled out of the fish's belly. Oh, is it? Oh, it's Sotheby, not Burton. Oh, so I'm guessing the fish is like one of her potions or something. She's still breathing. The air trapped in the fish's belly must have saved her life. Or not. It's just a fish. Lopera crawls over to her companion and smacks her back, helping her spit out the water in her lungs.
Hey, can you hear me?
Easy now, Lopera. We just cut her out of that fish's belly.
How did she get in the fish's belly? Sotheby coughs out the water in her lungs as she regains consciousness.
You're a veritable Jonah, aren't you?
Jonah. Fucking Jonah, man. You know, Jonah was just like a massive little... He did not want to do his job. A familiar face appears in her blurred vision. Sotheby got eaten by a fish. How? How big is this fish? Did they say? Larger than he's ever seen before. It's just like, it's just a really big fish.
And I was in its belly. It was as wide as the sky. I couldn't breathe. A terribly strange dream, Mr. Carson.
She's awake!
Mr. Carson?
It ain't Carson. This is him. The man from the photograph is standing before her. She freezes.
How?
What skin are you planning to get? I'm undecided between Shemaine or Lilia. Oh, that's a tough one. That is a tough one. I'd have to look through all of them again, honestly. Like, I want to get the... Like, I know the 37 one, I'd actually have to spend a bit. But... And I already have a 37 skin. That's the problem. Catfishes can get really large. They can swallow a person. I mean, yeah, they get big. I didn't think they got that big, though. Like, I guess for a small child makes sense. She knows it, yet she doesn't.
There's a little dirt on me. Here, and on the collar too. Oh goodness, why am I here? What?
What? Mr. Carson kneels beside her, but he's wearing some very odd clothes.
Could it really be you, Mr. Carson?
It isn't.
Carson? You must be mistaken, little lady. My name is Duncan. I'm a friend of Lopera.
That's right. Sotheby, this is Duncan from the Veterans Residence. We've known each other for a long time. You must be confusing him with someone else.
I mean, yeah, she is.
Now, up on your feet, little lady.
Up on your feet. He takes her arm and pulls her out of the mud.
Mr. Carson! Oh, sorry. It's just... I didn't expect you to suddenly pull my arm.
Pardon me, little lady. We tend to be very straightforward here in the favela.
Favela.
It's quite alright. Only... No, I just don't understand. You look exactly like Mr. Carson. How could you be anyone else?
The 37 skin here is a unique one with an entire new set of voice lines. Has Bird Yuri. I know, I am aware. It's just... I can't justify 2 skins for 1 unit, man. That's, it's too much. Shit. My butler would never dress like this, sockless with patched up clothing. She notices the liquid swirling in his cup.
And the liquor?
No, her butler would never drink in front of the lady of the house. Sotheby decides to take a bold guess. She jumps up and nervously grabs Mr. Duncan's shirt.
Oh, pardon me, little miss. Are you not comfortable with us drinking? Galeno.
Oops, didn't mean to click.
Mr. Carson,
Get a cup away from me, please.
as though you've forgotten everything. Oh, but I'm being terribly
It's not Carson, Sotheby. I think he's used the ticket to get a discount on those that cost more, but I think it would be a waste. I'll use it that way, yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I can't justify a second skin, it's too much. His behavior is totally against the lady's code of conduct, yet Mr. Carson remains utterly unfazed.
Still, you don't seem to mind at all.
Because it's not him. Growing increasingly confused, Sotheby lowers her head, still clutching the hem of Mr. Carson's shirt.
I must be a dead ringer for this guy to have gotten you all flustered, little miss. Seems like you cared very deeply for this, Mr. Carson.
Yes, I did. So then, you really aren't him.
Really aren't him. That's cute. God damn it.
Sorry to disappoint, little lady, but I'm flattered by the resemblance. Maybe I can be your friend too. In fact, feel free to call me Carson. Why not? A rose by any other name, eh?
The old man hooks his pinky with Sotheby's and presses his thumb firmly against hers.
Mr. Carson.
Damn, man.
I know how hard it can be. I lost my wife, and my comrade in arms. I even managed to lose his daughter, after I promised to take care of her.
It's too early to start tearing up.
She'd have been just about your age. I'm rambling again. I suppose what I'm saying is, I know what it feels like to lose someone you love.
Man. She looks lost, unsure of what to think, but she still holds onto the old man's hand, seemingly making a small promise with him. Looking around, Sotheby realizes someone important is missing.
Oh no. But what about Miss Burton? We've lost her.
She's with
Where could she be
Joe, it's
now?
fine.
We must find her.
It's fine.
Slow down. We need to think things through first. Those knuckleheads blew up the entire ship.
Was it just them? I feel like you had a hand in that as well.
Which means our comms belong to the Caymans now.
Everything's in disarray. There's no way to contact the timekeeper. They don't even know if she's alive.
Not to worry. I've been through worse. Back in '82 on the Rio Negro...
Oh, cancelled.
Before I go rambling on again, let's head back to the city. Come on now. Trust good old Duncan. Sorry,
old Duncan.
I mean Carson. Trust Carson to lead the way.
How fucked up would it be if he adopts the name Carson and then gets sent back in time and grows old and then actually becomes Carson? Paths of the past. Do I have to do these? These are long. I can just go to the next chapter. Yeah, I can. I'll do these at the end. Considering your past actions, we hereby conclude and pronounce you guilty. Why are we on trial right now? Yeah, let's do Breezy, since that'll probably get us through the fights faster. And dies by storm. Exactly. So like a time loop, you know? Like if he just needs to lose the accent, right? And then by the time he becomes old, he meets Sotheby again. It's like, oh, I have to take care of this kid now because I remember shit. I remember that this lady came to me one time. Then he just becomes the old Mr. Carson, and then gets reversed in 1929. A man in black lifts a fallen statue.
I've never wanted.
It's a closed time loop, which means it's a paradox, but apparently we don't care about those. He shields the faint flame in his hand, reigniting the candles one by one.
Order, peace, unity. Those are my purposes. Much has been wagered here, Marcando. Much. Now it has been lost.
Your Reverence, it was Zeno. Those animals. We'll make them pay for what they did.
This face looks familiar to me, like an actor. I don't know who though.
Is that why you've decided to grace us with your presence, Your Reverence?
Your Reverence.
There is a lot to do if we're going to recover the ground we...
What rank is this man in the Manus?
Your Reverence. And there's something more. A new doctor down at the veterans' residence.
This is Erd, right? The blind doctor.
Some blind woman. I would not bother you with it, Lord Santos.
Lord Santos.
That she's been helping people in the favela, and it is swaying them towards Zeno.
Then this doctor is with Zeno.
Santos. Saint.
She's always at the veterans' residence. Spends most of the day with those old war dogs.
His expression is tense as he mops the sweat from his forehead.
A doctor gaining the trust of the people in the favela. She made quite the prize, wouldn't you say, Marcando? A much more valuable bargaining chip to Zeno than a few deserters.
Marcando understands perfectly. In Sao Paulo, kidnappings are as common as bread.
You will see this.
These are not Manus, but they work with him. Right. This is Splinter Faction. What were they called again? Brotherhood? The Brotherhood, right? There's the Order of Enlightenment, there's the Brotherhood, and then there's Madness. You will see this about that.
We need to pay a visit to the favela. I've brought us some new blood.
New blood. Caillou over here. Look at him.
See? Just like this. Wrap the wire around it. Better do it twice. And align the red and black. Slowly.
He delicately connects the copper wires and the current buzzes to life.
Unbelievable!
It's science, kids. Nothing unbelievable about it.
All fixed. He hands the communicator back to Lopera.
I don't know how to thank you, Duncan.
She straightens the antenna, adjusts the channel, and hurriedly contacts the bases to report the situation. Igor's office.
Admiral, Lopera just called in.
Put her through.
Put her through.
Lopera, it's me. What happened?
Our ship was sunk. Miss Sotheby and I washed ashore near the favelas. As for the timekeeper, she went overboard. We lost sight of her in the commotion. Her current status is unknown.
The Admiral remains expressionless. He raises a finger, signaling Mulder to inquire further.
We'll send people to find her and escort her to the veterans' residence.
Additionally, Lieutenant, I have some fresh recruits eager to enroll with Zeno. But they will need the Admiral's assurances that their families will be under our protection.
Oh, Mulder looks at the Admiral. He nods in agreement.
They have it. What's their ETA?
ETA?
They'll leave at once.
Head up.
That little hothead.
Sir, your orders.
Leave the matter to me, Mulder. I will send someone to take care of this.
Take care of this. Mulder falls silent as she looks at her aging father, concern in her eyes. Silence spreads between father and daughter as the Admiral focuses on the dice in his hand.
What did the Admiral say?
He agreed.
He agreed.
Did you hear that? Zeno will protect us!
Good news indeed. The young man claps his hands in excitement. But just as the celebration starts, it is cut abruptly short.
I have no doubt. They were working for the Brotherhood.
The Apostles' Brotherhood.
The Apostles'
They bounced
Brotherhood.
back quicker than I'd hoped. Still, we need to be cautious. Figure out just what they're after.
That guy looks familiar.
Which one? It's a stranger she met on the ship. Oh, he's walking among the Brotherhood.
That's him. He was on the ship with me.
He walks towards the crowd, passing out food and other useful items to those he passes.
The Brotherhood has experienced a setback, yes, as all great causes do. But we will rise again, for we serve the one true purpose. Hear me now, brothers and sisters, fellow Arcanists. Our days of anguish and deprivation are over. This sufferer will walk among us once more, and we will bask in their divine grace. The day of triumph draws near. Soon our wagers will pay off. All will reap what we have sown. You only need stand with us and take their blessings. In return for this, they ask only for your unwavering allegiance.
He pulls paper bills from a suitcase and throws them into the crowd. Yet the crowd remains still in their confusion.
My brothers and sisters, speak. What do you seek?
No one answers him.
Senor, please. We only want to see our family again. Since they've joined the Brotherhood, we've had no word. We haven't seen or heard from them, bro.
Nothing is more important than family.
But you will see them again soon. I tell you that they are even now faithfully serving our kind in a new land of prosperity. They're in Ushuaia, in Antarctica, in all places where the past and the future converge.
Ushuaia in Antarctica, in all places where the past and future is the storm converging in Antarctica. What's going on?
Poverty, no more hatred, no more chaos. We shall reclaim what's rightfully ours. Remember this. Humans are vile and sinful creatures. They tortured our men and women, leaving our children to cry in hunger and desperation. But they've already played their hand. All their reason, their science, and their despicable organizations. They raise these rotten edifices to weaken us and leech off of our misfortunes.
Yeah.
To blind us from our true purpose.
You know what sucks? This happens in real life too. I mean, yeah. That's just how it is, right? You don't have power, you just get kind of fucked.
But no longer.
I mean, this is just not madness technically, but like, this is just how it works, right? You have your cause, and then that gets exploited by people trying to control you.
All that they've built will crumble down over their heads.
The crowd whispers in hushed tones, afraid to speak any louder. Hiding nearby, Duncan quietly leans over to Lopera and whispers a few words before handing her a rabbit patch.
Tell me, my fellow brothers and
They just want to know where their family members went, yeah.
What is evil?
No one answers. The murmurs of the crowd quickly fade, creating a heady silence. A few crows fly low overhead.
Evil is the absence of good. And to find what is good is to follow our path. The High One has promised us strength and glory.
High One. There's the masks. Two followers carry a box emanating a sinister aura over to him. He opens it, revealing the blessing of the sufferer for all to see.
Come with me.
Come with me. He throws open his arms as he calls out once more, taking a step back in humble reverence to the sufferer's glory. The Brotherhood is definitely a group you shouldn't be joining. Yeah, but I mean, when people are in like these sorts of conditions and you have someone coming along promising you a way out, right? Well, I mean, of course, that's a menace mask. In that nightmare back in 1929, disaster struck because of the people who wore these masks. The memory is still vivid in Sotheby's mind.
Sorrow will weaken you.
There's the mask.
Fear may seize your hearts. Instead,
He had a like unique mask in the trailer I saw. It reminded me kind of a Dishonored.
shall find themselves lifted up on the apostles' wings, while those who hesitate will be scorched by the fires at their feet. I have said all that must be said. We'll meet again here in 3 days' time.
3 days' time. He leaves them the gracious and generous deadline.
Don't listen to him.
Sotheby, what are you doing? The little lady bravely steps forward, fervently warning the crowd.
And just who are you?
Bro, what have you done?
Marcando.
Santos quickly stops his subordinate.
As students of the truth, we have been granted a much stronger weapon than violence.
Super violence. Lopera. He stands beside Sotheby, taking her hand in his.
Sir, please forgive her. She has mistaken you for those pirates on the Tiete River.
Tiete.
So just a misunderstanding then? I'm no lunatic after all?
Yes, Your Reverence. She came across a terrible raid on her way here, you see. The poor girl was left terrified.
Well, I'll need more than a few words to convince my friends we have not been insulted.
No ultra-violence. Oh boy. Loyalty without tribute cannot be trusted.
I'm an old man with nothing to give you but the truth. Believe me, sir, I came all this way just for you. I want to join the Brotherhood.
His words surprise everyone. Those who know Duncan are shocked, and those who don't are confused.
She didn't mean to offend any of the gentlemen here. Please, sir, she's only a kid.
Of course. I try never to take offense at a sweet young lady. However, if I'm to believe you, I will need you to up your ante to prove you are worthy, sir.
Well, let's just kill him. The old man kneels just as he did when he played the role of Carson for Sotheby.
If that's what you need, Lord, allow me to sweeten the deal. See that guy over there? His name is Galen.
Damn.
He's been recruiting for Zeno.
Immediately just sold the guy out. That's crazy. He turns and points at Galeno in the crowd.
Duncan?
What?
Bring the young man closer, Marcando.
Are you out of your mind?
Duncan be like, go with the flow, my friends. He literally just sold this guy out. I don't think he's going with any flow. He tries to flee, but the thugs rush at him on command. Okay. That's one way to get out of it, I guess. Wait, why are they kind of bad, though? Just Brotherhood guard. 1, 2, 3. To be honest, Santos looks like he's one of those offenders on the watch list. Yeah. I can't even fault you on that. That seems very fair. I don't know what it is about him. Might be the beard. Maybe. Kind of the way it looks like it's painted on. That turn 1 invincibility is annoying as hell. Oh, but they're weak as shit. Hell yeah. Actually, no, let's do it this way so I can get a big buff.
This one or this one? A traditional treatment. Journey to the cosmos.
Journey through the cosmos.
Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath.
Take a deep breath.
Like
Alright. That should kill. I probably didn't even need to ult, honestly. Be a little faster if I didn't. You're playing breezy mode, yeah. Yes, I am. Just so that we don't have to spend too long on these.
I found it too. Perhaps it's a...
In the chaos of the battle, Lopera grabs Sotheby, and they hop onto a small wooden boat.
Let's go.
There was supposed to be a new battle gimmick here. Oh gosh, what was it? Oh, how annoying is it? Surrounded, Galeno finally stops his struggle when a knife is pressed to his throat. We're really just selling this dude out. That's crazy.
But bravery alone won't protect you from harm. Tell me, son, is what he said the truth of it?
He turns his head, refusing to respond.
Now,
we really threw that guy under the bus. Yeah, we did. That's crazy. A drop of blood falls from Galeno's neck as the cold blade of the knife presses into his skin.
Everyone!
It actually helped do damage to him as well. Oh.
Woman in this city that still has a shred of integrity!
Duncan punches Galeno squarely in the face, sending him reeling.
I'm not not gonna harm you, kid. And if ever I do, remember that old Duncan must have his reasons.
That's a hell of a thing to remember right now.
Harm a friend in
That's crazy. Because even if this is a ruse, right, from his point of view, ain't no way. Galendo's about to die here. There's no way. Galendo looks at him. He has that same old look on his face, determined, brave, and resolute.
This young man has one day to think it through. He will give us his names. Or he will give us his eyes and tongue as offerings. Mr. Duncan, let this task be set on you. Prove yourself worthy of our trust.
It will be my honor, your reverence.
Marcando, you'll stay with them. Don't forget what I told you earlier.
It's a long chapter, shit. Oh, what's with the load screen?
This place was once known for its inexhaustible mines, the riches of its rainforests, and its brave and passionate people. But now, the first two are gone. Chaos and power struggles loom over the younger generation, while the rich and well-connected sit atop their piles of corpses and rubble and feast, dining off golden plates with silver spoons, turning their noses up from the dogs at their feet. But that gold has lost its shine, and their silver spoons have tarnished. Everyone can see them for what they really are. So, what now? Either the people save themselves, or turn their fate over to the hands of the so-called savior. What would you do, if it were you?
I would save myself first, man.
That's a smart choice. Now that the carnival's over, people have to deal with more than just their hangovers. They must figure out how to save their own skins. Most, though, will just run around like chickens with their heads cut off, begging for their pain to be taken away. But all they'll get is another morphine shot. Nothing close to a real solution. Fear spreads like a disease, until an entire generation is out on the streets, hoping to find anything that will lift them out of their misery.
Are we going to be alright?
No need to start panicking just yet. Things are still under control. Your lady friend has stepped up to solve this mess, and the veteran knows what he's doing. This city is unlike any you've seen before. You must learn its secrets to survive. Remember which street kids are from which alley, and what intel they can be relied on for. Learn the dates when the dealers bring their medicine into port, and figure out which water tanks hide the key to the local gang's safe house. Don't look at me for answers. It's none of my business.
Okay, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick, and then I'll be right back. Yep. 2 minutes. Okay, alright, okay, alright. We are back. Where, bro? Yeah, I went to the men's room just to. I've been drinking a lot of water. Alright. On the margins of life and death. In the midst of such prolonged suffering, happiness feels as far away as the sun in the sky. I think Duncan could be part of Charlie's acting troupe with that performance. Possibly. Or he's actually just throwing Glenn under the bus. I think that's just the funnier option. Oh. We've seen this before. Life and death. Yeah, the friend from afar. I'm pretty sure they're all the same people. They're all just blind women.
Violence is so often more than just a means to ending conflicts. It is a tool, and one all too readily used.
Oh.
I must note, however, with some relief that segregation so commonly observed in other regions is absent here. The arcanists of Sao Paulo live alongside humans, with the latter often displaying traits more common to their arcanist neighbors. Passionate, if a bit touchy. Life here is incomparable to the comfort, security, and freedom of New England. Hardship, violence, and oppression are the fundamentals of life, as constant as the sun, and as heavy as the rain. This country is renowned for its coffee and sugar. It is a land of beauty and bounty. Treasures too often extorted, whether by the princes of Europe and their donatarios, or now by the bankers and corporations. Despite all the centuries of treasures extracted from the land, desperation remains everywhere you look. It is a place where insurmountable wealth and the deepest deprivations are neighbors. Sometimes they lie only a street across from one another. The multinationals have cut open the country's throat, and now they drink it dry, leaving the people struggling with poverty and chaos. It is a bleak existence. Dear readers, I share this with you so the story of these people might be heard.
Oh, so I'm guessing we're meeting Miss Merit or Erd or whatever we're gonna call her this chapter then, huh? Avella. The doctor sits by the riverside, a small group of children gathered around her. They watch in awe as her typewriter hammers the letters onto the page.
Shippy.
Dr. Doris, that's what we're calling her now?
Always been like this here.
Shippy.
If you ask me, Doc, Sao
Oh.
Paulo in 1990
That's right, wrong.
isn't much different from Nassau's 1681.
Saw.
It's a shame. Between the sunshine and warm sands, there is a good life to be lived here, if only they were free enough to live it.
The summer is long, just like the suffering of these people.
I used to dream of traveling to all sorts of fascinating places. A foggy city by the Thames, and a little town blanketed in snow and sunflowers.
Hey, it's Rashki.
I met so many different people, though I find I can no longer recall their voices. I have only their words left. Only my records of
Oh, and
them.
this is probably a Rimmet Cup, huh?
Have you heard of a weed down at the bottom of Lake Ilopango?
Ilopango.
People there turn it into a polenta with cornmeal. Supposedly, if you have it, you'd recall every last thing that's ever happened to you. Every bit of it.
Every bit.
Wow! What's the weed called?
The children turn to the ship in the bottle, their eyes filled with curiosity.
They call it La Hierba del Tonto, Spanish for the fool's weed. You see, lad, only a fool would want to remember everything. Sometimes a little forgetfulness is a blessing in disguise.
I beg to differ, Shippy. To forget the past, its lessons in pain and joy alike, that isn't a blessing. It's oblivion. But let's not argue over some mythical weed. For all the claims, no one has ever seen it. Just another myth, like the succubus or the minotaur.
Oh, but we've seen this one.
Aye, aye, let's talk about succubi instead. That's sure to get the lads pricking up their ears.
At the mention of this, the little ship goes off again. Doctor has a terrible memory. That seems to be that she remembers literally nothing, and it's only her records that tell her about the things that she's done.
Back in 88, I mean 1688 of course, our chief mate Mr. Morgan had an encounter with a succubus after he found her seal while carousing in Portobello. If the rumors tell true, once he got a hold of it, she grabbed a hold on him too. I couldn't say what transpired, but we never saw hide nor hair of him again.
I wonder what happened. No one can debunk her stories, but no one really believes them either. The children's curiosity fades and their eyes start to wander. One of them spots two big fish floating in the water.
Over there! Something's in the water!
Something's in the water. Two figures float among the trash in the river, spluttering and choking. One is clinging up to the other as they struggle to swim to shore.
What the devil is all that commotion?
The devil. We're alive. Somehow.
Hey, wake up!
Wake up.
Please stay with me! Can you hear me? Hello?
Nothing. Kimberly pats her fallen companion's face. No response.
She's still breathing. Why won't she wake up?
Whew. What happened to the lass?
The little ship makes its way over, followed closely by the children and the doctor. Seeing the group of strangers approaching, Kimberly tenses up.
Miss, are you all right? Is there anything we can do?
Yes, I'm fine. The ship went down.
Blow me down. These waters are getting rougher by the day.
The little ship sways back and forth in its bottle, showing off its excellent condition.
And we drifted down the river until we reached the shore here.
A long way to go, only to end up in the favela.
I know she's traveling with her friends, but I don't know where they could be now. Everything happened so fast.
Shippy, what's going on? Are there people that need care? What's their condition?
Just one, alas. She's still breathing, but she looks like she's been keelholed for a bit too long.
Keelhold?
Miss, please lay her down on her side.
Kimberly does as she is told.
What are you going to do to her?
The doctor kneels down, skillfully clearing the girl's mouth of any residue before starting chest compressions.
Save her, if I can.
One push, another. It's a professional instinct, the duty of a doctor. An unexplainable impulse drives her to revive the drowning girl. The girl coughs up some water. The doctor continues.
Good, good. She'll make it. Please, make sure her airway's clear.
She coughs out more water, but she still lies there, unable to move.
Are you sure about that, Doc? The lass looks paler than a ghost. I think she's burning up.
Got a fever now, too? The doctor touches her forehead. It's burning hot.
You're right.
Why are we sick?
We'll need to take her back with us. I'll fix some medicine for her. Would you give me a hand, miss? Help her up on my back.
Kimberly obediently helps the blind doctor lift the feverish girl onto her back.
Oh. She's almost as light as a child.
The children run ahead, pulling aside the hanging clothes for them to pass.
I need to run some tests and see if it's just an ordinary fever, or if she has contracted something from the water. Don't worry. You're safe with us.
The doctor speaks to herself, or perhaps in reassurance to the unconscious girl. Wait up.
Home.
Kimberly catches up to the doctor, only now realizing how far they've walked. She steps into the doctor's home. Paths of the past. Viewing Dr. Doris's path. Tap to collect the fragments. She used to comfort those childlike elders with a siren song that made them forget their pain and aged bodies. Alright. Aged like... Oh wait, hang on, there's one here. Miss Barbara, thank you for agreeing to this conversation. Please relax, as the Foundation's way of reciprocating Utu's interview. We can proceed at your leisure. Yes, it's rare to be the one asking the questions and hosting the editor of Utu. Let's make the most of this opportunity. Regarding your method of avoiding the storm. I'm sorry, but as you probably know, you cannot hear the wind, so you can't hear the secrets of the storm. There's nothing I can do about that. Utu shows no interest in cooperating on the storm issue. I'll note it down like this for the record. It doesn't sound like an amicable record, but maybe that's how it's perceived by you. Let's move on to the next question. From what we understand, Utu has a unique communication method. Can it help you locate each other? Does it work for ordinary contributors? Only Utu members can hear the wind, but I can ask about the source location of the contributor's package for you. Miss Barbara? Sorry, the wind just told me something unrelated. I need to head to Texas now. Oh, okay, this is before the thing. But our conversation isn't over. I apologize, but I must go to Highway 77 immediately. Please allow me to end the call. The other party then hung up. Matilda has been appointed as a special investigator to continue our interview on Highway 77. The task has been transferred to the timekeeper. The timekeeper has returned information indicating that Bird might be at the Sao Paulo veterans' residence in Brazil. Interesting. So, whatever Utu is directing people to places of import. I don't know how they fucking know, though. Utu members has their own way of avoiding the storm. Yeah. Apparently, they can somehow read the storm and then, I don't know, dodge it or something. Live long enough and you will see everything. Only chapter 9. Fucking hell. A fan whirs loudly, yet the room is just as hot as the outside. The doctor gently lays the unconscious girl down, resting her head on her lap. Oh, look at us. He lightly strokes her flushed face.
So you weren't even traveling together, and still you brought her all the way here.
Utu, the secret third faction controlling the world. Yeah, I mean, I don't know about controlling the world, but they definitely seem to be up to their own shit at this point. I don't know what it is, though.
You have a good heart.
Maybe they actually just care about recording everything, who knows?
You flatter me, Doctor. It was only that the current pushed her to my side when we all fell into the water.
Maybe the Utu have a creature that is like Ulu and a Piran that gives them the power to talk to the wind. Right, some kind of... Well, see, here's the thing. I'm not even sure a Piran exists as a creature. Not fully, right? Because yes, they could have their own divinity, but also it could just be 37 huffing a lot of that ANR in the cave, right? Like, she's the only one who heard the voice. We don't know if that Piran god actually exists. You flatter me?
And I just couldn't forgive myself if I were to let her drown.
Where did this girl find her conscience? That's crazy. An accident or perhaps fate.
In fact, she and I had met briefly before, in Texas. We didn't part on the best terms.
Sometimes we find ourselves in quarrels, even among friends.
No, we aren't.
You're not friends.
Shh. We should let her get some rest.
Wait, Ulu can talk. No. I think what Mask means is like they have their own like patron deity sort of deal. And in their case, it's something that lets them talk to the wind. We should let her get some rest. Kimberly falls silent. She squats down, watching her the way a cat peers at a sleeping baby. The whole island was controlled by him.
May I touch her?
Was it? I just assumed it was just like arcane something keeping the island afloat. Like an arcane ritual.
Fever is one of the biggest dangers here, though it's still better than diarrhea and vomiting.
When she got rizzed by a timekeeper, all she did was give her some chocolate, man. What the heck?
I'll take her to the veteran's
Why can't it be that
residence
easy
for further
IRL?
treatment once her condition stabilizes.
It almost looks like she's only sleeping.
I would hope she's only
We're
sleeping.
not friends.
She's
Seems
not
to me that you
dead.
care for her very much.
She helped me. She was kind to me on the ship. That bloody ship. I don't know what happened.
Apparent, have you not gotten sponsored by Reverse 1999 yet? Honestly, you should. Here's the thing about that, right? Like, you give sponsorships to people who are likely to bring new people in, and if the majority of my content is Reverse, I'm not bringing anyone new in, right? It doesn't make any sense. Ulu gives energy with the cost if you use it to... Yeah, the fire.
Shh. Hush, please.
The doctor presses a finger against her lips, a gentle smile on her face.
My apologies.
My apologies. She has the face of a guilty child.
As I said, it was only twice that we'd met. And somehow, both times turned out quite terrible for me.
The doctor strokes the feverish patient's hair. It's beautiful, almost the same color as hers.
Her hair is so silky. It's smooth and soft, like fine rain in my hands.
The doctor gently combs the hair with her fingers, slowly untangling the matted strands.
First it was Tuesday's motel. Things there turned into a right mess, and I didn't find what I'd lost. Then, in that manner, just as I was about to enjoy a bit of dinner, that wild girl burst in. They caught me, threw me into a tower, and locked me up.
Wild girl, it's Lopera.
I was stuck there, waiting like a lamb to be slaughtered.
But you've made it through. You're safe with us. No one is going to hurt you here.
Thank you, Doctor.
Kimberly gently takes the feverish girl's hand in her own. It's limp and slightly rough to the touch. The blurred memory of her sister comes to mind, as well as the wrinkled, warm faces of her old friends cheering her on.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh, we part ways here. That's crazy. Satisfied that she's paid her back for her kindness on the ship, Kimberly leaves through the back door. Little ship in a bottle is waiting for her on the other side.
Leaving your friends so soon, lass? Well, come as you are. I'll give you a lift. Perhaps we might have a bit of an old jaw along the way.
Why does white rum sound so seductive?
After all, it's rare indeed to see one of your kind out and about these days.
A lift? Pardon me, madam, but I'm not sure you could bring me anywhere. You're a little too small and a little too stuck in that bottle.
Galleon, born from the 16th century's dreams of exploration, she awakened and slumbered once again until now, a time in which there is no more uncharted lands to uncover. Until now, time in which there's no...
Climb aboard, matey.
Aren't all pirates sound charming stuff? That's fair, actually, that's true, yeah.
Go for a ride on the river. Don't
If Pirates of the Caribbean has taught me anything, it's that. Kimberly looks hesitant.
Don't be shy. I let the little ones play on my deck all the time, climbing here and there, like a bunch of cheerful little monkeys. And not just them. I ferry the good doctor from here to the veterans' residence too. You'll have to wait till we reach the sea to see me at my full size. Once the water opens up, that's when I'm really free.
The sailboat slowly drifts away from the doctor's hut.
Now, I ask again. Where are we going, mate? Can't just let the wind decide our course.
Why not? I should like to go somewhere nobody will ever find me.
Confusion, chaos, escape. Perhaps tomorrow will be just like all those
I'm
yesterdays.
afraid there's precious few places like that anymore, lass. I've spied the globes they've got nowadays. Seems like every last step has covered the four corners and back. But aren't you a strange sight, lass? You know, I've seen your kind before. Beautiful to look at, aye. But there's a darkness in you that lies beneath the surface, isn't there?
It's so coincidental that I'm watching 2 pirate shows now. What are you watching, man?
But you're not like the rest of them, you'd say.
Pirate shows?
Well,
Is it something
I would
recent?
believe in a map to El Dorado before I'd swallow the idea of a succubus with a heart of gold.
Damn.
So, was that girl your master? Did she have your seal? If that were true, then heart of gold or coal wouldn't matter for none. You'd be as thick as old tar.
She's been found out. She's a member of an ancient race, once wanted, even hunted, and now forgotten by the world. So kind of like the original mermaids then, huh? A few seagulls land on the boat's edge, joining them on their journey. Eh?
What? Are you wondering what gave you away? Your gloves don't do much to hide those claws. I could feel them pressing on my railings as soon as you hopped on.
There's black sails and skeleton crew, and I guess One Piece manga too. I mean, I guess that it does count. It's a pirate manga. Kimberly immediately hides her hands behind her back. Her reaction betrays her.
No use hiding them now, matey.
Her hearty laugh sends ripples through the water.
You!
Ew. Kimberly scratches the mast with her claws, but the small protest does nothing to dissuade the ship.
Are you going to turn me in?
She looks around. This place looks safe enough. Just one small leaf, and she'd be back on solid ground.
Turn you in? And how do you suppose I do that? I'm only a ruddy ship. Bring me back up on land and I'll be stuck right back in the bottle. No, lass. I've sailed with rougher folks than you. My old captain had a bounty on her head, too.
She's a fugitive, hiding like a frightened bird. Thunder rumbles in the distance, scattering the birds perched on the roofs on either side of the river. It makes her quiver, but for the boat it brings back fond memories of sailing the roaring westerlies with her captain. Rain starts to pour. The wind picks up, filling the ship's sails and racing her down the river.
Just so you know, I very much doubt they'll pay you anything for handing me over.
It was on Twitter that her captain put a bottle that makes everything inside small and the hand that... Oh, I read about that. Yeah. The hand is her captain.
Did you spring loose from the old gibbet?
And she's the ship. Yeah. You got the long your tail. What happened? Did you spring loose from the old gibbet? What does that even mean? Spring loose from the gibbet.
Mark me now, young lass. If you're going to try to pull one over on me, you'll have to do a lot better job.
I mean, yeah, this boat is like 400 years old at this point. That same old trick.
Are you mocking me? This is not how one ought to treat a new friend.
Quite right, lass. So then, who are your pursuers? And your master? Shouldn't you be under his protection?
I wonder if White Room's good. I kind of want to build her out. She looks interesting. Her voice is cool.
I have no idea where.
So the captain's hand became part of the Awakened too. Yeah, it seems to be that way. I don't know if the hand itself is still awakened, or if White Rum itself is just kind of keeping the skeleton hand around with her. Like if the hand itself has its own separate, consciousness. He was a no good fool, though only good for bait, perhaps.
He's dead, rotting in some sewer back in San Francisco.
Was she talking about the drumhead guy? Right, White Rum has a weird position-changing gimmick. I see. That doesn't sound very viable. The rain stops, brief and intense, just like her escape.
Well, mortal flesh doesn't last long. I've ferried many a passenger in my days, and none yet have escaped when Davy Jones came calling their name. As I recall, the first that went was William Halfleg. He lost the other half in a fight at the port of Southampton, hanged on the governor's orders. And Edward the Red Hand, a nasty piece of work from the Low Countries, loved a bit of throat cutting, until he got his own throat slit by some fool in a ramshackle pub on Tortuga.
She finally remembers every one of her crew. Though they all died hundreds of years ago, it still feels like yesterday to her.
Sounds as though they got what they deserved.
Damn.
That they did, lass. They all got what they deserved. Some hanged, some drowned, some we marooned on a desert isle with naught but a pistol and a flagon of rum.
Shit, man.
I've been to Plymouth, Nassau, Port Royal. I once even slipped into Seville disguised as a merchantman to smuggle pepper and cinnamon. Wherever the captain wanted to go, we sailed.
Kind of similar to how Pioneer has graffiti powers, as while he was waking up, he was vandalized with graffiti. Also, they kind of like take on their some aspect of their awakening. One of their cards makes her move back by one slot, and her ult, which brings her to the front, does more damage if the ult was used as well. Oh, I see. So you build up by just kind of pushing her back through the lines. I don't think there's anything that would like support that in terms of like supports. Nothing that specifically supports that sort of mechanic. An exciting, dangerous life, yet ordinary in its own way. Because I mean, it's not like we have a lot of things that care about position, right? And they're usually all in like mains or something. The countless cannonball scars in her hull alone tell the story.
But one by one, Davy took them all. Now here I am. A ship without a captain. My own master. I suppose that's a lot to take in. You ever thought about living a different life? To set sail for some far corner of the sea? Living on spiced rum and jerky thick as a buccaneer's hide? How's that sound, lass? Not that I'm saying we set sail today. It's only a bit of old fancy.
I really can't say, Chibi. I suppose I can't. Not yet, at least. There is something important I need to retrieve.
That's Captain White Rum to you. The ship of a captain and captain of the ship.
I prefer... Wait. Sorry.
You get seasick? He hasn't even eaten. As the ship docks, she leaps back ashore, doubles over in an alleyway, and retches.
Seasick? I hadn't thought your kind capable of it.
I didn't expect this either.
A can rolls over, gently hitting her foot. Annoyed, she kicks it away. Not far away, a few boys have been practicing their soccer skills with it. One mischievous boy kicks the can back towards Kimberly. Seasickness sucks, yeah. I get road sick sometimes.
No!
And that's already kinda annoying. Or sick, that's what it's called. This time she picks up the can and angrily throws it at the boy's head.
I like this girl, she's feisty.
He straightens himself up as he slowly makes his way towards her, a cocky grin on his face.
You apologize, now we might just let you go.
Oh, it's time to kill some kids, let's go.
Don't you know that Lord Santos is
We're about to hit our quota.
We can make this rougher for you if you like.
Careful, me lads. I wouldn't pull those knives. Things may go rougher than you bargained for.
Let's go.
Embrace rather than resist.
Yep, alright. Beating up kids is part of our quota's done. Why don't you show us what you're really made of? My mom can throw plates better than you can do with that garbage. Was that the best you've got? These slippery little buggers are going to be hard to catch. I know, I'll catch them one way or another. Does it tell you how to do this mechanic? Probably on their thing, right? No, they just have uncanny agility. What is this? Just tells what cards are in? Oh, I see. Oh. Oh, the precision effect. That's what I'm assuming breaks the, I see. Okay, well, it's on a heal right now. That doesn't help us.
Is that which one hurts? This will help. Or this one? Sweetness comes after the pain. A gift in return for your tooth.
Charging. Loading.
Actually, no. What we should be doing is getting rid of these things that don't help us.
Faraday's miracle.
A traditional treatment.
Listen.
It won't last.
Loading. Charging.
The rain.
Aim and shoot.
Oh, was that? Did not. I thought they had the buff on it. Shit.
Journey to the cosmos.
That's the one that got the buff on it.
And now to return to my long-term mission. Rest.
Let's see here. So we got vehicular destruction beating up kids for the reverse 99 main chapter bingo. Yep, we got it. We got it. At least they got knives. Yeah, knives. I found the explanation for the awakens there echoes of primordial melody, and the reason awaken is the primordial consciousness. Where's that mentioned? I want to read up on that shit. The boys are no match for her.
Not so tough now, are you boys? Try this again, and I'll make a mince out of what's left of you.
Oh, this is probably how the Manus finds her. He lets the kids go and they report. She angrily kicks the can into the river, assuming they're actually with the Order, or I mean the Brotherhood.
Would be none too happy to hear you claiming to be with the Brotherhood.
Oh, they're not.
Let go. We're wasting our time here.
The boys scurry off, muttering under their breaths.
Bilge rats, the lot of them. Not even fit for the apostles. Brotherhood always lets their knives do the talking. If there'd been any doubt of what you are, lass, that fight sure cleared it up.
We just beat up some kids. I don't know what she means by that. Everyone was born from the idea of exploration. Yes, that seems to be... I mean, that's the explanation we got with Lucy's... with Lucy, right? Like, they're just concepts. Like, emotions or ideas that kind of awaken. Also with Loggerhead in the new update. Her idea is that of, like, film and cinema. Roll the bandages, fighting back death's ascent upon our patients, and extinguishing the world's light from the eyes of the doctor. Yeah. Magazine clipping is posted next to a pile of glass souvenirs. A very effective promotion. Perhaps you are familiar with the Royal Society. Maybe you're even able to name every president. But do you know its predecessor, the mysterious scholars' assembly known as the Invisible College? Today we will introduce a central figure of the Invisible College, Robert Boyle, the famous alchemist, natural philosopher, and founder of modern chemistry, along with his mystical stories. When discussing Boyle, one must mention Boyle's law, which states that at a constant temperature, the pressure of a gas is inversely proportional to its volume. Boyle demonstrated this with a U-shaped tube filled with mercury. Before that, Boyle tried various devices and countless designs in his quest for a frictionless flask with a piston. He even employed arcane skills, casting an incantation of proportional scaling into a flask. As a result, the flask could indeed compress and expand objects perfectly. However, arcane skills being what they are, the object's mass would shrink with its volume in the process, which caused noticeable temperature changes. A very successful arcane skill, but a failed experimental apparatus. These flasks were eventually donated to the Royal Society, but it said some ended up in private hands, so keep an eye on the high ordinary flasks around you, and one of them might just be highly convenient and possible. Oh, so this is what Whiterun is stored in. Yeah. Boarding the White Ship. In Chapter 7 by Elric, he doesn't explain what they are. Maybe in the future they will. Okay, I see. I see. Pursued yet eluded, yet seen yet unseen. Favela.
Listen up. We're the Apostles' Brotherhood, not some worthless favela gang. So we start off nice and easy. And if the dog doesn't play along, well, then we make her play along. Claro?
Claro. Shelter in the favela. The feverish girl looks to be doing much better than before. Dr. Doris is crouched by the bed, gently wiping her face. A few and unvetted guests burst in.
Hola.
Maybe affluent is valuable because it is of two types, natural and primal. That's true. Yeah, and then she mentions primal stuff. Or awakens. How can I help you, gentlemen?
Hey, is she really blind?
I'm afraid yes. But please don't worry. I'm more than able to treat all my patients. Are you feeling unwell, sir?
Marcon glances at the patient on the stretcher and signals to his men. His dogs quickly surround the patient.
Sir? We heard that you're a good doctor. We got someone who needs your help. You're Dr. Doris from the Veterans Residence, right?
Yes. And may I know who you are? I won't turn away a patient, but I'll also need some assurance that you can be trusted, sir.
So, is she coming with us or not?
He kicks over a cabinet, causing the test tubes within to smash in a small explosion on the floor. Why? They could have just gone through this with diplomacy, but he just goes straight to violence. Come on, man. Oh, what was that? What was that transition?
Did you hear that?
Ulrich is magnetic fluid, but we don't know the backstory of his birth. No, yeah. I'm assuming it has something to do with like scientific advancement or something. These guys are already way worse than those guys on the shore. Yeah. They just straight up go. He just started fucking shit up. Like, what the hell? Sounds like something. Okay.
It could be an accident, but she's got away with her equipment. Doubtful she's the cause of this. Steady on then. Let's hurry back and see for ourselves.
Maybe they are the same level. It's just really dumb. They're just dumb. Why?
That's not how you treat a doctor, lads.
The thugs instinctively draw their knives, a habit developed in their line of work.
What are you doing to her?
Lord Santos would like to have a word with you, Doctor. That's all.
You're not taking her anywhere. Don't you see she's taking care of this girl?
She bares her claws, digging her heels into the ground.
Yeah, I'm not asking for permission, sweetheart.
Macondo snaps his fingers.
Grab the doctor. Ice the rest of them.
Okay, now. Alright.
Step into the fairy ring.
And then put these boys on the ground. Why? Why is it always on the heel? No, it's this one, but why?
Which one had? Is that a firefly or a tooth fairy? A traditional treatment. Sweetness comes after the pain.
Eliminate target.
It won't last.
Okay. That is annoying.
Loading. Which one has? Charging. This one?
Barrage.
Or this one? A little surprise.
There we go. Easy.
Now, to preserve this memory.
Kimberly clasped the head of a thug in her claws, poised to crush it, but she hesitates, glancing back at the doctor.
Stop. Enough. won't have you fighting in my clinic.
Kimberly releases her grip.
Doctor?
Doctor?
But they've got the girl, Doctor.
The feverish girl's unconscious body has been thrown over the shoulder of one of the thugs.
This lady definitely isn't from the favela. So what's she doing here?
What's she doing here?
She's ill. She needs my help. That is all I ever ask.
Well, all we need is you, Doc. So how's about we make a deal? You come with us, we let the rest of your friends go. Understood?
Understood.
So be it.
She doesn't hesitate to accept.
Please, Doctor, stand aside. I'll happily take care of these rats.
Literally just kill him.
I have no doubt about that, miss. However, once violence starts and blood is spilled,
Come on.
there will be no end to
We can
it.
kill a couple dudes, it's
now,
fine.
I will be happy to meet with the
We've been
sane
doing that this entire
Santos
time.
and seek out a peaceful resolution. I'll come with you.
See? We can all be friends.
The thug pushes the feverish girl towards Kimberly.
Martin.
Kimberly catches her, holding her tightly in her arms.
If she doesn't wake up tonight, take her to the veterans' residence first thing in the morning.
All right, get the doctor straight to his reverence.
His reverence. So Erd's been kidnapped, or Doris has been kidnapped. A long sleep with no dreams, no worries, no troubles, no thoughts. Like being back in a warm, dark, damp room. He awakes to an unfamiliar place. It's quiet and strange. Oh. We're up. Was this close to me? Yeah, they were right there, man. What the heck?
Have a good rest, did
And now
you,
the doctor is kind of
Sleeping
being held with Manus, so that's great.
Martin.
You've missed quite a bit. All terrible, I'm afraid.
Terrible. A talking ship inside a bottle. A tiny, floating fortress on the water, and beside her, a worried Miss Kimberly.
Where am I?
You and this lass were drifting down the river after your ship went down. You'd have met Dr. Doris had you woken up a little
Come to
sooner.
live. Welcome in, Sam. Welcome in. How are you? You'd have met Dr. Doris in the middle of her. Doctor.
Dr. Doris. Yes. She's a doctor from the veterans' residence. She saved you from the very claws of death.
She...
She can't walk. Her body is still too heavy.
Aye, you were burning up, lass. But the good doctor pulled you through. She was right there by your bedside the whole time. The good news is, we think she's still alive.
Still alive? What's the bad news then?
The bad news is she's been snatched up by the Apostles' Brotherhood.
What?
Rest now, lass. They aren't likely to hurt her for now. You'll need your strength for later. Some scallywag by the name of Santos wanted to have a word with her, so they said.
Everything has gone to hell since that ship sank.
And the Para and Sotheby. Where are they?
There's a shooting pain in her arm.
Remember we all fell into the water.
I'm sorry, I didn't see them. We washed ashore together.
My map. Have you seen it? I have to get to the veterans' residence. They may very well be waiting for me there.
Come on your feet.
Well, I may be just the ship to get you there, ladies.
Ladies. Okay, we're on 11. I don't think we're getting through this tonight. This is taking This is a lot longer than I expected. Shit. We'll see how far we can go. Sao Paulo Bossa Nova. He dispenses justice, Sao Paulo style. Favela. After instructing his men to take Dr. Doris to their chapel hideout, Marcondo walks over to Duncan, who is watching over a group of hostages. White Rum is literally the MVP. Yeah, I wasn't expecting her to have such a big role, but she's here and she's kind of, I mean, she's literally carrying them to the meeting place.
You're a clever one, viejo. I like working with your type.
The hostages, Galeno among them, are lined up on their knees, their hands tied behind their backs. Marcondo has ordered they be taken to the manor.
Much appreciated. I've tried to pick up a thing or two over the years.
You've had plenty of time to learn, a man of your age. By the way, what about that girl? Where'd she go?
Sotheby is missing.
Dunno. Maybe got scared away. You know how little rich girls are. I'm certain she's found her way back to her daddy's bodyguards. She'll be no cause for concern.
Fine, fine. No need to worry about this spoiled little girl. Now this bastard, on the other hand.
Marcondo kicks Galeno hard in the stomach.
Leave the boy be. He's not got much time left if he doesn't give up those names.
His eyes dart around, keenly scanning his surroundings. Marcondo had left with about a dozen men, but he's only come back with 9.
Hot enough out here? Luckily, I've got a bit of vino left. You a fan of wine, Senor Marcando? I'll fetch some for us. And all the brothers and sisters here. Let's drink to the brotherhood and the opportunities that lie ahead.
Oh, Salamanca. I haven't seen Breaking Bad, but I know this character.
You old fox, I see your game. But why not? We could all use a drink.
Also, welcome to the next battle. We're welcome.
Don't let him get away.
He gives Galeno a kick in the backside as he leaves. Old Duncan waits by the water, his eyes anxiously fixed upstream. Eventually, a small boat carrying Lopera and a few men rows into view.
Finally.
The boat docks and they jump ashore one by one, carrying spiked wine in their hands.
Duncan, you nearly had me there. When did you plan all this?
I've had it brewing for a while, but things have been changing fast lately. Honestly, I didn't expect to be doing this now.
He counts the men, just 6 of them. Fewer than expected, but enough.
There's enough snoring syrup in the wine now to put them all in a dreamy, deep sleep.
Good job, Sotheby.
But might it have had a stronger effect if I had included a dash of slumber belladonna in the recipe?
This will be more than enough, little lady. We only need to get them to drink the wine. Then?
Oh, then you must drink this. Just a drop.
She rummages around in her skirt for the potion. Eventually, she produces a bottle of thick pine green liquid.
It will stay on your tongue and prickle around in your mouth. That way you won't drift off like the others. I've concocted much tastier potions before, but this one...
No need to comatose those others. You know, maybe they need the rest. You never know. Memories of her past experiments come flooding back, almost bringing her to tears.
It'll do just fine. Thank you, little lady.
He smiles as he takes the bottle and downs its contents. Literally, she just said a drop. And he takes the entire bottle. He raises his flute, signaling the next step of the plan.
Pass me the wine and wait for my signal. When you hear me playing this flute, you'll know it's time to strike. The wine's here! Courtesy of an old friend from Mexico. Take a glass, everyone.
Here's to his reverence's good health.
To his reverence self. To Marcando. To the invincible brotherhood.
To Marcando!
Marcando. The flattery and alcohol have successfully lowered Marcando's guard.
Duncan, that's your flute. Give it over.
Marcando snatches Duncan's flute and looks it over.
This is a fine flute. Duncan, did you said that you got a friend in Mexico? Huh? You know that old Mexican song, La Llorona?
Llorona? That's pretty smart to have a potion to fight back. So yeah. Just so he doesn't raise suspicion. Can't blow the flute just yet. Few men are still awake.
That I do. I learned it from the best. In the cactus back in Tulum. From a fine young lady with silky hair and gentle eyes as dark as coffee.
Can't blow the flute just yet. Does his arcanum? He's a human. He's human. So that has nothing to do with arcanum. Why can't he blow the flute yet? And the cactus back in Tulum. An improvised lie, but there's truth in it. The cactus bar in Tulum is real, at least.
Claro. So, how fine was this chica, huh?
It seems beautiful ladies are much more interesting than music to him.
Don't let me start spinning that yarn. It'll be no fun for you to watch an old man bursting into tears.
Lies and fake tears. Duncan's acting wouldn't fool the sober, but with his audience under the influence of alcohol and potions, he just might get away with it.
I'll only say I was heartbroken by the time I left. That love of mine. Anyway, enough about the old flames of yesterday. Let's raise a glass to a better tomorrow.
To poor old Duncan.
Duncan.
To poor old Duncan.
Duncan adeptly retrieves his flute before pouring out more drinks. He feigns joy, drinking and laughing with his new friends until they're too drunk to stand. Every one of them is utterly inebriated. Kondo and his hounds pass out one by one until they're all fast asleep. He blows the flute and his companions jump into action.
Good music. Who are you?
What do you? Beat the shit out of him. Let's go. Kill him. Please put the thing on not a heal. Please. That works. That's fine.
Is that a firefly? Charging fairy.
Oh, some more.
Which one hurts? This.
What? That was supposed to. What? Huh?
Barrage. Sweetness comes after the pain. Attack.
Oh, it wasn't. Oh, weird. Alright, well, sometimes that happens. Actually, no one's buff.
Loading, charging. Aim and shoot. To the left, the right. To the left. Is that a firefly regaining control of our body? Look.
There we go. There we go.
And now to return to my long-term mission. Rest.
Lopera! Galeno! Come on, give me a hand!
Oh, pinche traidor!
Fucking traitor.
Time to cash you out.
He pins the struggling Marcando to the ground.
Begging for Lord Santos' mercy.
Can we just kill this dude?
Be reasonable, kid! The Brotherhood is finished! Your time's up!
He pulls a knife from Glenna's waist and finishes Marcondo off the Sao Paulo way. Oh, he actually just fucking killed him. Holy. What the fuck?
Don't let them slip away!
Mr. Carson, but you...
No, Sotheby. Don't look, Sotheby. She swallows her words. No, her butler would never do something like this. This is the raw, fierce power of a man who's lived on the streets of the favela. Duncan is kind of a savage, yeah, Jesus. That's crazy. Meanwhile, then again, we had Lopera just executing people at the start of this chapter, so I shouldn't be surprised. Meanwhile, Lopera catches up to a fleeing thug and cracks him over the head with the butt of her gun. Okay, now execute him. He picks up a metal bat and stands over the fallen thug in front of Lopera.
Think you can handle this?
Bro.
Yeah, I've got it.
He swallows hard and aims at the spot where the gun butt had struck.
For the favela, the brotherhood must go!
Jeez, they are not pulling their punches here. They are going all out. That's crazy. The battle is over.
Sorry to put you through all that, kid.
Don't mention it. If this means we can get rid of them for good, it'll all be worth it. So what's next?
So they put them all to sleep and they just murder them in this. Like, that's crazy.
Next, Zeno will come around.
That is wild.
But first, we've got to get back to the veterans' residence.
Unease spreads among the group. They exchange a few glances.
No, senor. One of you has to stay. The people need to see you, or they'll worry that you've deserted us.
I can make it there on my own. Stay with him, Duncan.
Maybe Sao Paulo way means putting him to sleep. Yeah, forever. Putting him to sleep forever. And me? An unexpected volunteer steps forward. She really perked up. She's that was quick.
I've seen there are many sick children here in the favela. I'm certain that I could do something to help them.
Oh, Sotheby.
I'm not sure it's a good idea, Sotheby. The favelas can be dangerous if you don't know them.
What is this expression? These wide-ass eyes.
The brave young lady can stay with me if she likes. I'll keep her safe.
Gleno and the others nod.
What do you say to that, little lady?
Miss Sotheby is never afraid.
Never afraid.
It's decided then. Lopera, head for the veterans' residence. Tell them what happened and contact Admiral Igor from there.
All hesitation leaves Lopera's body when she hears her father's name.
Galeno!
Galeno.
You've done us proud, kid. If I
It's the anime eyes expression, yeah. They put it on a murderer.
Maybe the little lady could do that for us.
But
first, young Galeno, we'll seek another deed worthy of knighthood. It's time we fight for our people.
We have been at it for about 3.5 hours, and we are only halfway done, so there's absolutely no way this is getting done tonight. I thought these chapters would go much faster. They did not. Is Igor a human or arcanist? I don't know if we've been told. I'm assuming human, right? Because people in power in, you know, the Foundation Alliance tend to be human, I think, right? Okay, here's what we do. It's 23 chapters. We're gonna do one more, so we're perfectly halfway, right? And then we're gonna do Wilderness, because I want to be able to go through Wilderness without, you know, like, I want to be able to go through Wilderness in the next day, right? So we'll do the Wilderness, all the story stuff for that, and then we'll call it, yeah. And then I'll just stream the rest of it tomorrow. I'll not be able to watch this sad. Yeah, no problem, TTT, no problem. It is not a problem. Each stage in the main story is longer than the one during the event. How many chapters are... Well, we're 12 in at this point, and I believe it's 23 total. 24 total? And this is gonna be the last one for the night before we do some extraneous stuff, and I call it. So yeah. Yep. We hear the song every night we bid the day farewell, wishing you peace, my dear. Silent night, holy night. Ugh. The route from the favela to the veterans' residence is quite familiar to White Rum. She has ferried the doctor back and forth countless times. 24? Okay. I'm about where you are right now. Yeah, that makes sense. Are you trying to clear it on your own before you get spoiled by streamers? Because, I mean, that's fair.
You ever been to a veteran's residence? Not many young faces there, besides Lopera. As far as the doc goes, doubtful anyone knows her real
Christmas.
age.
Yeah, apparently we're doing Christmas shit.
Saltiest sailor knows better than
I don't
to
think this
ask
came
a
out during
lady her
Christmas
age.
on CN side, though. Yes, yeah, fair enough.
Ooh, I see that joke missed the bow, so to speak.
So to speak.
No. It wasn't a bad joke at all.
See you later, TV's turning off. Yep, for sure, TTT, have a good one. A joke would usually warrant some kind of response.
Aye. Thanks for the kind words, lass. But best to leave old Flotsam where it lies.
Flotsam. Mama Mariana from the veterans' residence brings out some snacks. There's plenty of sugar to go around in this neck of the woods.
Have you been filling this sweet young lady's head with your tall-tailed shippy?
Shippy? The little ship used to live with the doctor in the veterans' residence, but today she returns alone, and neither one of her 2 passengers is her old roommate.
Sorry to show up without proper notice.
Oh, don't worry about it. Any friend of Lopera is a friend of ours. Oh, if you'd come a couple of days earlier, we would have introduced you to Senor Duncan and Dr. Doris. But they've not been around in a while.
That's a shame. I was looking forward to meeting them. Hopefully we'll see them soon.
Kimberly wanders the courtyard. She's still on guard, but she seems to be oddly familiar with this place.
You know,
why?
I knew a girl who looked just like her. A caregiver here way back in the 60s. Back when this place was called Heartfelt Home.
She scratches the chin of the kitten in her arms.
But it can't be her now, can it? Besides, I'm old now, and my memory.
Oh, so she used to be here then, sure.
fuzzier than it used to be.
Is that why she returned to Sao Paulo to begin with?
She wouldn't mind, but please be careful not to move anything. Is that one over there, dear? She never locks the door.
The place looks no different from the other rooms in the courtyard, but the door is slightly ajar. CS server of this event came out in September. Oh, okay, so around that time then, huh? Green vines hang from the roof, and the weathered walls bear the passage of time. It's a simple little home. Kimberly stands by the door, a stray cat in her arms. She scratches its belly. Ah. Hmm?
Dare you scratch me!
The cat leaps out of Kimberly's arms, grabs hold of one of the vines, and clambers over the wall of the veteran's residence.
Get back here, you fluffy rapscallion! I'll have your tail, you hear me?
I have a tail, you hear me? She's not as agile as she looks, or perhaps a kitten has made her soft. She fails to catch it, instead stumbling into the door, throwing it wide open and hitting the floor with a thud.
Do be careful, Miss Kimberly.
How did that happen? And how long have you been standing there?
Just a little while. Funny. I've never thought to open a door like that.
Even the cat knows. Yeah, I don't know what's up with Kimberly. She's being a little...
Come along. Let's take a peek inside.
She's definitely not at peak performance at the moment, let's say. It's a rather ordinary guest room. It's a chair. Except there's a peculiar white marble chair sitting by the window. It has a red button on the armrest. What does this button do? The marble feels familiar, but no memories come to mind. Odd how they both have some kind of familiarity with this place.
What's this red button on the chair?
Okay. The button seems totally out of place, as if daring someone to press it. Kimberly takes a seat and curiously presses the button. Nothing happened. Despite her fervent pressing, nothing happens. Frustrated, she swings her leg over the other side of the chair.
Good for nothing.
Nothing. A tasteless decoration. No one knows why this chair is in the doctor's room, but pressing the button didn't trigger an explosion or anything of the like. It's simply a functionless, harmless little contraption. Yeah, there's no fucking way. On the other side of the room, the doctor's desk holds a stack of manuscripts.
These must be articles that she hasn't sent out yet.
Notes on the districts of Sao Paulo, records of arcanus in the favelas, investigations into plantation economies in northeastern Brazil.
She's a good woman.
I want that button on my chair.
And her room smells like a good woman's room. You don't find many of those around these days.
Damn. Kimberly is,
What makes you say so? Well, firstly, she did save your life. And secondly, it's hard to explain. Good people have a smell. A pleasant one. My nose has never been wrong.
Never been wrong.
We'll bring her home safely. This typewriter seems like it's seen a lot of use.
Wait, White Marble's the name of the organization. Oh, wait, you're right. Above the foundation. It's the White Marble House, right? Something like that?
Do you see any drafts? Any samples?
White House.
I can't say. I'm not very familiar with these things. Take a look. She signed something here. But I thought her name was Doris.
Is it signed from afar? Or Best Merit? Or Martha? There's a single word written at the bottom of the manuscript. They do call it that. Erd, right, Erd. The main one. They're all the same person, obviously. Mariana. A familiar voice echoes from outside. Okay. You know what? That's a good place to stop. Got a nice little cliffhanger. Something's about to go down. Boy, Erd is indeed Doris, yeah. I have a feeling. So Erd and Vertandi are the names of two of the Norns from Norse mythology, right? And Vertandi sounds similar to Vertin, so I'm guessing they're right. This is what we were gonna do. It's a good thing this is what we were gonna do next, at least. So question is she also Bismarck and also Marcel? I'm assuming so. And I'm assuming since she's a similar entity or existence as Vertin, she has some way of crossing the storm. I mean, not even some way, she just doesn't die to the storm. Yeah, Martha literally got wiped away by the storm, actually, you're right. But here's the thing, right? Because we see her again. And, she doesn't have memory, so I'm thinking that whatever, like, unlike Burton, she does get wiped away, but she just kind of loses her memories instead of being completely reset as a new person, right? Because she does apparently still carry some, something between storms. I missed something here. Accompanied by the faint glow of an arcane skill, an ambitious guest has come to visit the world inside the suitcase. There's information about the seat on the map. Oh, is it one of the traces? I'll take a look. Welcome, my esteemed guests. But we're currently stuck in this thing. Marta did get wiped. Yeah. But I mean, they did mention that the friend from afar and Erd have been showing up between storms. So I'm guessing even if she gets wiped, she just doesn't completely disappear. She doesn't have as good a storm immunity as Burton does. Nice to meet you, Miss Winifred. Miss Burton, I have to say, this land is even more magical and imaginative than I'd expected. Yes, the sunlight and air are quite ideal. The children are going to love it here. There's also another blind woman in prologue chapter. Isn't that just the friend from afar? Loretta, sit down. Stop circling our guest. My apologies, Miss Burton. This tutorial. Oh god, how long is this tutorial? Like half an hour-ish, I'm assuming. Miss Burton is also quite interested in your children, Miss Newbevel. Of course, I'd be happy to introduce you to them. Which should we start with? Arnold, Heather, Pamela? Figure in green suddenly pounces in front, outside the hall. Hey, Sotheby. You little rascal, I knew you were hiding there. Heard. Hello, little lady. I'm ever so sorry, ladies. I didn't know you were having a tea party. Oh god, it's all the richest people in the game in one room. That's crazy. She hastily curtsies to them and turns tail before finally remembering her mission. Alright, ladies, have you seen a strange critter at all? She did mention about an article she made at the River Thames. I think that's for Rimmet Cup, right? As Friend from Afar. Or there's definitely another version of Besmer, or there's no way to add her in the major chapter. Yeah, that, and they literally look the same. And I mean, Marta didn't have memories of her past either. I'm thinking, just, she gets hit by the storm, but she isn't completely erased. She just loses all her memories. That's what my assumption is. And Utu exists in order to record all of these memories that she's lost, right? I think I know who you're looking for. Or not even that, she just works for Utu because it can record everything that she's lost. Out in the wilderness, lively, sticky, fluffy, and scratchy critters are creating commotion. Hey? I run this many critters here a moment ago. Ah, bad friends, that's Mr. Rabies' straw. Okay, so we already have Rabies collected at this point. This wasn't a job description. See, this is why I said we should be promoting electronic pets. They're definitely related. Yeah. I'm fairly certain they're just the same person. These are final props of the shrubs and saplings have been knocked down by the critters. Ugh. Damn critters, you think you're a match for my teeth? Oh. Miss Newbabble, were your children always this fond of exercise? Not usually. They're lively, but they know how to keep it under control. I wonder what's going on. The clock tower chimes. Miss Newbabble looks up as a gentle rain of fresh dust falls from it. The Cruzan family arcane skill is remarkably effective. Cruzan family. I don't think they've ever been mentioned before. The critter's wild partying abruptly stops as Miss Newbabble starts chanting, finally giving the unwilling guests a moment to catch their breath. So is Babble's skill just like subjugation?
Thank you.
Are you into chaos, Mr. Babble? I'm the one who should apologize, Miss Burton. I should have noticed the children's abnormalities sooner. But in my defense, this isn't entirely a bad thing. At least there's a business opportunity to be found here. What the hell is the writers cooking with? yeah, where's this plot point going, honestly? Business opportunity. How do you intend to handle these little troublemakers? Not sure yet. I have to apply for some resettlement funds from the Foundation first. It is crazy that she needs to apply for funds to repair to renovate the suitcase. You'd think that you could just will things into existence. We do that with whole islands in here. You don't need to go through all the trouble, dear. They aren't hopeless destroyers. They just need some proper guidance. I can influence their behavior patterns with my arcane skill and boost a few production methods too. She controls them, right? Maybe they're just twins who got separated at birth. There's like 4 of them. I don't think that's just twins. Exactly, we can teach them to channel their pent-up energy into work, engaging in production or cultivating sections of the wilderness. 5, actually, if you count the friend from afar as someone else. See, this is my first gift to you, a mutually beneficial solution, Miss Burton. Let's move somewhere quieter to discuss the details. Critters are very useful creatures. They can help us produce all kinds of things that will benefit all kinds of people. They're not terrifying monsters, they're friends in a different form. Just think, if we do this, people from all over the world will come to understand critters rather than hate them.
I believe that.
Eventually, they could even join thousands of households just like any ordinary pet. Sounds like a feasible plan.
Let's have a
Glad you think so,
try.
dear. I believe we can start a test run here on our patch of the wilderness.
Okay. Then,
We need to come up with a name for this concept. Let's use your current company name, Miss Newbabble's Critter Rehabilitation Center. Remember when Besmer first appeared in Notes and Charade the theories people made? Yeah, because we had a blind lady who showed up. And we already had a blind lady before. I won't forget your kindness, dear. The businesswoman straightens up, claps her hands, and gives a confident smile. Let's get down to business. We have a company to run. Okay, we're getting to the actual tutorial. Let's search for okay, my wilderness is dog shit right now. Sure. It's kind of scary because we still don't know 80% of the lore story. There's only one arc left. I mean, is it only one arc left, or is it... Because I know they said it would be a 3-parter, right? But I thought it was just like a 3-parter for this section, and then they'd have more sections beside. A normal family carbuncle. Widely distributed. You're certainly familiar with these little creatures. Oops, okay. I'm guessing this is kind of like the base in Arknights, where they just kind of do stuff while you're away, right? Yeah. Creating a product takes time. Here are some arcane gadgets that can help you with the process. Luminous butterfly. Okay. It's kind of scary because we don't. I wonder if the Ashori event will ever rerun during the 2.3 event. I mean, they don't seem to be skipping me, so I wouldn't be surprised if it does. All living creatures ought to belong to some set. Why do your numbers look so chaotic? Blah. Don't run. I just need to calculate a few formulas. It won't take long. And the critters are scared of math too. That's crazy. 37, you've scared it. Different from the critters on the island. Perhaps new formulas need to be introduced to prove them. Anyways, gonna go. Thank you for the stream appearance. Looking forward to seeing you play the rest of chapter 8 and theorize on it. For sure, we're pretty much winding up anyways, but yeah, thanks for coming in. I'll move you furry little rascal. Now let's see.
wait.
What are you doing? Medicine pocket swivels around. You can read the critters lore even if you don't have them. Okay. I probably won't do that tonight, but I will definitely read their lore up. Whereas doesn't have any reaction hearing Burton's name. That is true, right? I'm trembling around his eyes with fear. Isn't it obvious? These guys are challenging my expertise in biting. I've got to study the mechanisms of force and chewing intensity as soon as possible. This guy. I mean, yeah. Carbuncles eat Solidus too. This is research, got it? Besides, it took me ages to snatch this from Centurion. Wait, is this Centurion's lucky coin? That's... Alright. That's my experimental material, give it back. Look at this poor little guy. You didn't sign consent to experimentation form, did you? Yeah, it's just a carbuncle, it doesn't matter. So it seems our little Pamela has made some new friends. You're welcome. I'll send you a copy of my experimental data as well. Miss Newbabble, say I need a critter to help distribute flyers. Would this little one be able to assist me? I'd be more than happy to extend the invitation, but the decision rests with little Pamela. Unless she's hiding it. She doesn't have a reason to hide it though, does she? Well, I guess she did give Verton up in the first place, so maybe she does. But I mean, Verton's unconscious, so who knows? The two mutter as they leave, and little Pamela hides once more at her owner's feet. And also,
Sorry.
like, you'd think she'd have at least some, I guess, visceral reaction before attempting to hide it, right? Sorry, the person's isn't too bothersome. That's normal, little ones are the same, they just need a bit of time to understand one another. Provide me a great material for my future projects. Mutant critters, for example. Your ambition is admirable, Miss Newbabble. So we've already figured out how they operate and managed to produce a suitable batch of products. Next is to expand, set up some production lines, and increase publicity. Just gonna take a break. Of course not. Time waits for no one, my dear. A lesson I've learned many times. But how Centurion has a literal cheat code for every... Yeah, she shouldn't be losing her shit like that. Like, she shouldn't be able to. There's far too much to do to take a break. Think you can keep up, business partner? Of course. It's possible like she could be from a different future, different timeline she can't reveal. That's true, but here's the thing, like she didn't have any reason to believe that Burton would be there, so even if she meant to keep her feelings in check, I feel like some reaction would have escaped, seeing as she just comes across her whatever in the middle of Brazil, right? Even if she's supposed to be like keeping her emotions in check, something should have leaked out. But she seemed almost entirely clueless. Okay. This is like our dormitories at Arknights where we send them to rest. I know you're interested in canine type critter, so I brought you this little guy. You can try training it. Full of life, with warm breath, petting a critter like this is a truly special experience, Miss Newbabble. Tap over here to train the critter. Oh, we're making them big. Let's go. It is a axe handle hound, sorry. Oh, okay, so we make them stronger. Where do we get the breeding? I want to breed the critters. I want to make like my super specimen. Training process, training events, interact. Companionship education are necessary processes in the guidance of critter growth. Endurance, sure. He's strong now. Yeah, I feel like the game would drop some hints if that were, yeah. Like narratively, it would make sense to have some foreshadowing then, at the very least. Otherwise, it just kind of comes out of nowhere later on. Oh, she left. I've compiled her experience so far in the manual. I think it'll help Timekeeper. The critter has received sufficient training. Complete. Yes, we've made it powerful. Is that a fucking lion? What is that?
Ugh.
You want my glove? How about some reagent? Damn it, where did all these critters come from? Calm down, Medicine Pocket. You've been here for a while now. Shouldn't you be used to the chaos around here? Oh, sorry, I forgot that it's usually you causing chaos around the class.
Nice.
But they're gonna tear this place apart, gnawing away at the door panels, crunching up the asphalt and cement, setting the lawn on fire. I'm excited. I'm glad to see you're so lively. But my dear children, don't forget your proper social etiquette, alright? Arcane skill shines again and the critter's enthusiasm temporarily subsides. They seem to be quickly adapting to life in the wilderness, but have you considered the other issues that may arise, Miss Newbabble? Territorial disputes, resource competition, settlement forming, then of course the irrepressible instinct to breed. The irrepressible instinct to breed. I fully understand your concerns, Mr. X. In fact, I've been thinking a lot about these issues. Critter's fusion is not worth it. Really? I can't make like a super critter? Or it's not worth to make a super critter? The lady sighs and shakes her head helplessly. What I mean to say is I can help you. That is, if you're willing to provide me with some energetic volunteers for my new invention. What exactly do you plan to do? Simple. You need a crank and gumball machine. Turn the crank and you'll get critter candies with various unique flavors. That was a sort of critter gotcha. The candy will attract different kind of critters, and more importantly, the critters will eat the candy rather than chew on. Rest assured, these candies won't harm the critters. In fact, they'll provide them with a richer nutrition. What is Babble's arcane skill anyways? From what she explained, it seems like she's able to influence the critters. I don't know if it's like outright control or not, but it's enough to like kind of steer their actions to a degree. It can control the quantity, improve quality, and achieve scalable automated production. I don't see why we can't give it a try. The only drawback, of course, is that it hasn't been invented yet. Thanks, X. Mutual assistance, my friend. You provide me with a batch of energetic critter volunteers for me to analyze so that I can prepare candies tailored to different critters. I provide you with a fully functioning cranking gumball machine. I didn't expect you to have such a profound understanding of critters. Sharp-eyed businesswoman sizes X up with interest. Well, I don't exactly. I have to admit, a certain butterfly has provided substantial assistance in this research. Knowledge, inspiration, and a touch of mischief. He sighs as if unwilling to talk about her further. Her. Is this someone from Lawrence that we haven't met yet? Unless it's Regulus. Regulus isn't Lawrence, right? She's solidly in Team Timekeeper. She offers a warm handshake. Her arcane medium is ambition. Right, because she wanted to set up her, like, she wanted to create her own thing without her family's name attached to it. Or at least without her family's backing, or something like that. Purple gumballs. My gumballs. Yeah, let's pull some critters. Let's gamble. Let's go gambling. Even my dog. Is it a rare one? Oh, it's like a little crab. That's cool. I saw a little anglerfish thing. I want one of those. Those are funny. Yeah, this guy. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. What does this do? No. Aesthetic order. Order numbers are expected. Order numbers are as expected. Income stable. No real surprises. More gotcha. Let's go. Yeah, let's go. The Creator Rehabilitation Center has safely completed its first quarter. That proves that the business has a solid foundation. Now we need innovation to really grow. Wow, it's already been a quarter. That's crazy. Miss Newbevel, your office printer went out. I thought this morning and printed out 3 orders. Good memory. Today's the day for our quarterly review, and while there won't be a ball, we have prepared plenty of refreshments. Jesus Christ, I am stumbling over this right now. I'm looking forward to it, Miss Newbevel. Of course, as soon as we finish the meeting, we can spend the rest of the time enjoying our tea. She gently pats Sotheby on the head before handing her the documents. Is this a plan? Wow, this is quite a lot of papers. The Critter Rehabilitation Center's quarterly meeting is held as scheduled. Everyone gathers to hear the results of the first quarter, with the speaker outlining its direction in simple strokes. I finished story to continue after train 5. I have 3, and it takes between 2 to 3 days. Oh, so it's kind of... I see. Based on the first quarter's revenue performance, now than explain. So this is a story that you can't really even complete just in one go. Fair enough. Carbuncle, cultivating well-trained employee, pokes his head in from the entrance. It hops in place twice, feeling apologetic for its abruptness. This is a signal, a sign that something big is about to happen. What's that in the critter's mouth? It's a very long order slip indeed. Did it drag that all the way from the printer? A stream of white snowflakes floats in from outside. Oh boy. This here represents the Critter Center's business skill and renown. Some motors from her space. Retraining, okay. Level up. Yes. I have to rearrange my whole wilderness. Yeah, that seems to be the case. But my wilderness isn't arranged anyway to begin with, so like, I guess now is a good enough time, right? Good time is any. Okay. 1, 2, little black clouds. Do you have time for an interview now? Lively. Okay. It seems the critters here are no different from the ones outside. Not at all, Miss Barbara. Our critter friends can participate in basic potion tests, soil analysis, and simple tilling. Their job prospects are quite broad. Is it a critter farm? Do we get a critter farm? That's impressive. If only I could understand the language, then I could conduct an in-depth interview with them. Clever critter leaps towards Verdon's hat. You can't sleep up there.
Well...
Sorry, that's not a suitable place for you to stay.
Oh?
Eh? Let's forget about this matter, shall we? I can buy coins that decrease 12 hours, but I don't want to buy with the coins from me. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Barbara jots this down in her notebook. I'm assuming, like, eventually we'll have a system set up and we'll be pulling, like, all these coins and resources in willy-nilly, but for now. Before long, a report on the critters of the wilderness has spread far and wide, and domesticated cornwalls have drawn significant attention. We need to schedule regular media days every week. Right now, our biggest shortage is manpower, followed by promotional meetings. Miss Newbabble, the order picture is overwhelmed. There's simply too many of them. Don't worry, my dear. Access provided us with a batch of constant running paperless printers ready for immediate use. Oh, excellent. And Miss Newbabble, there's one other thing, isn't there? 7:30 p.m. in the garden, watching the premiere of Miss Newbabble together. Is that it? It's written down in my schedule. Wait till you unlock transportation to a lock at least. Transportation, I don't know what that means. Music echoes to the garden. The night show holds a special significance, although critters still don't understand why they can see themselves projected on the big white sheet. Thank you all. The critters have emerged from the wilderness and are really making a difference to the world. Add more hotline numbers. Business is booming. Trading. Oh, so we trade this shit in and we get some coins. What do we use the coins for? Oh, so they just already sell them individually, I see. Is that it? Are we free? We good? Greeting area. Okay, so I guess that's about as far into this thing we can go for the time being. Oh wait, let's put our people in this thing. Place characters. Who do we take out? Someone who's not Barley Clatter. An Alien Tea. Oh fuck, we got Lilia as well, I forgot. Alright, Diggers, get the hell out of here. Alright. Alright, where is he? There's the boy. Look at him, there he is. And Anjo. We'll have to connect the transportation route for each facility. Oh, that's kind of annoying. Okay, I'm gonna assume for now that's it. And call it for the night, yeah? 5:53, not bad, not bad. Thank you all for coming in. I'm probably gonna stream the rest of it tomorrow. Yeah, I'll stream it tomorrow. Oh, you have a list of what you have to do to continue the story. Let's see here. Well, right now, it's letting me use my wilderness, which was just my primary concern, right? Like, I wanted to not be, like, stuck on wilderness. Right, like, change the... Nope, that's not it. There we go. Yeah. Training limit. So I'm assuming training takes time, so I should be doing that right away, right? How do I... Where's the training thing? God damn it. Here we go. Train the crab. Yeah, we'll send Matilda and do it. Fantastic. Interact, right? Specialty, sure. Man, I hope someone puts out like a critter optimization guide. I would love to optimize the shit out of this. Bye, dude. Oh, have a good one, Sunday. Have a good one. Okay. This is going. We did our training. I don't understand. You have a shop, buy some keys. Shop and keys, huh? This little puzzle is nothing. Good job. You got big. Got big. Wait, shop is trade, right? Keys? Where are the keys at? These aren't keys. Am I missing something? In the middle right. Here? That's not it. Where am I supposed to be looking? Oh. Action? That's not it either. I have no idea where I'm supposed to be looking for this. Where else? Under the eyes? What eyes? Oh, that's not. I am so confused. I. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. We'll save it for next time. When you change. Oh, this is just the shop, man. Oh, these things. I see. Should I be spending this on this? Like, I don't know how easy this. Oh no, this is what we farm. Do I just buy the keys? Do I just buy all of them? Right? Should I? Is it worth it to just buy all these keys here and all these keys here? The 50% off? Yes? Do I spend all my coins on these? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Buy some, not all. 5. 5? Okay. I'm just gonna assume 5 of each is fine. Good and nice. We got some keys. I have zero intention of actually like doing any of the actual critter stuff today. We're gonna save that for next time. Okay, cool. We'll stream the rest of the event tomorrow. Yep. I'll put up a post and a what do you call it? A waiting room for it later. Second type of key is not worth it. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. But for now, I'm gonna log off. All right. I will see you all tomorrow, I guess, if you want to pop in. Okay.